It's Turkey. It's Turkey. It's Turkey. It's Turkey.
Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of the Scaryish Podcast, the Pastatime episode of the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace's Sam Diaz.
Hello.
And today we're here with some pastas, some creepy pastas, not the delicious kind that I totally would eat right now. But yeah, that's what we are.
You're not going to toss it to me and ask me to explain the creepypastas?
Why don't you explain it?
All right, so creepypastas are short fictional stories. Hang on one sec. Take your hand off your mic once you're done ingesting it.
Yeah.
I can see the vibrations and the thing. Okay, go. We're good. Creepypastas are the wonderful stories that have been posted on the interwebs or mailed directly to us that are fictional, short, most of the time, horror stories. So if you have a creepypasta that you have read at places like the SCP Foundation, or of course where the namesake comes from, Creepypasta, or various other spots on the internet where you can find short horror fiction, and you would like to say, hey, y'all should read this one, or if you have your own that you have written and you would like us to read it on the show, Robin, where could someone send that?
Yes, I happened to finish it when I was drinking coffee. You can go to, You can send it to our email, storytime, You can send it to our email, pastatime@scaryish.com, or you can go to our website, which is scaryish.com. There's a contact us page. You fill that fun stuff out, and then you send it to us that way.
Indeed. However you would prefer to send it, we would love to hear from you.
Social media, too. We got that.
All that fun stuff. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I will say we're going to be reading 4. One of them is from our wonderful community, and it is actually from Claire, who sent in one, I believe the last time we read, that we really enjoyed. We were kind of puzzling over what the meaning of the story could be because it's a little bit nebulous. They reached out after they heard their story read. They were very excited and they gave us some information. So I'm going to read you some of the information about the first story and then I'll jump into the second story that they sent because they told us they would send 2 and they did send over the second one. So this is the response that we got to reading the story the first time. It says, thank you so much for reading my story. I missed it live, but watched the recording. I appreciate it so much and love how you guys bring my words to life. Oh, thank you. I think I read that one. If you'd like some clarification on what was happening. When I wrote it, I was imagining someone literally running through the woods after crashing their car, leaving bloody handprints on the trees. They crashed because they saw something in the woods for just a flash of a second, and once they crashed, this thing began hunting them. This thing hunts by trapping its prey in an altered reality where things adapt to make the prey feel safe, which is why the room kept changing.
Okay.
Once they realized something was wrong, the jig was up, and everything crumbled around them, and they started running away again. Had they stayed in the room, they would have sat in the chair until they died. The idea was no food, no sleep, only chair. They did end up getting away, as evidenced by the 3rd step they took at the very end, whereas in the beginning they only took 2 steps.
Okay.
I think we did notice that. But I love Robin's theory of the woman in the chair being the character's reflection. I kept it vague because I wanted to see what theories you guys would come up with, and I felt like this story worked best to me in a stream of consciousness style. I have another more straightforward story. I'll send it in another email, which I am about to read.
I'm glad that my theory was cool.
Good stuff. I really enjoyed that story, so I'm excited for the next one. And this next one has the preface of, here's that other story that I promised, but I think this one is much straightforward than the last one. My goal with everything is to write... Damn it. My goal with everything I write is to create an atmosphere more than a plot, and I think I succeeded with this one. I will put a slight trigger warning for gore, but it's really not that bad. I'll leave it up to you to include it if you think it warrants one. But without further ado, here is Some Party. All right, so this one's called Some Party. And it goes like this. As I walked through the garden, I took in the sight of the chaos from the night before. The trees were now decorated with toilet paper, and there was trash growing where there should be flowers. Slowly, I opened the back door and wondered aloud how it had gone so far. I was met with silence. It was all supposed to be a joke, a good time, but now everyone was gone, and the sound of some liquid trickling off of the table mocked my words. I've had parties like this where you just wake up and your place is completely fucking trashed. I remember I had a party one time and people were like, can we throw Jell-O shots at the wall? And like, it's the stupidest thing you could ever think someone could ask you.
Why?
But because I was stupid and young and drunk, I was like, yup, go nuts. So I woke up and I was like, oh my God. All right, continuing on. As I made my way through the house, the floor creaked deafeningly, as though it could barely hold my weight. It felt like a warning, and I know now that it would rather have fallen out from beneath me than let me continue. The floor was still sticky from the events of the previous evening, and my shoes clung to the boards, begging me not to continue, to turn around and leave the way I came. Looking down, I pulled my foot up from the gluey hardwood and took a cautious step forward. Someone had been sick in the hallway just feet from the powder room. There were new stains on the walls, which I swear, this really sounds like something that happened in my apartment. There were new stains on the walls, which I prayed were from spilled drinks.
Not Jello shots.
Some party. The hall opened up into a large living room. Everything was in disarray. Chairs were toppled over, the sofa cushions had been strewn about, and empty cups and bottles littered the corners. I made my way through the clutter towards the crimson carpeted stairs. It was funny, though. I had been here all night, but I didn't remember the stairs having carpet at all. With each sickeningly tacky step, my stomach churned as I recalled the night before. It was good fun for a while. Friends of friends, all came together for one evening of joy. A celebration of new beginnings. Music, games, laughter, and so many people. Everything had gone so well, but after a few drinks, people change. I remember mumbled goodbyes as I left and promises to see each other tomorrow, but it seemed that tomorrow only came for one. And now I was left questioning what I would find past that top stair. Downstairs, the air had been stale and sour, but up here it was thick and heavy with forceful exertion. The dense carpet continued through the hall before slinking beneath the bedroom door. Someone had walked this path before me. Their footprints beckoned me further. I didn't want to take another step. I couldn't. What awaited me behind that closed door? I called out. No answer. As if possessed, I took another step forward and gently pushed the door open.
Oh, God.
Once I had, I wished it was still shut.
Everyone's dead on the other side.
I wished I had stayed downstairs. I wished I had listened to every part of the house screaming at me to leave. Inside resembled the scene downstairs, except the chairs and tables were replaced with what remained of my friends, and hastily butchered human flesh took the place of cups and cans. It looked as though the room had recently been painted, but such a horrid shade. The claw marks on the door told me that it hadn't been swift. I fell to my knees and wailed. The crimson leached from the floor onto my clothes. The only thing that could drown out my cries was the sound of sirens drawing nearer.
And you're going to be the one that they're going to blame.
But was this person the one that did it?
Ooh.
Is my question. Because that was the end. Pretty solid. Everything up until the room filled with bodies was so similar to many nights that I woke up in my apartment. The bodies were usually disposed of the night before, and you never want to get blood in your house. So,
see, my parties, as an adult,
parties. I'm putting them in quotes. There wasn't even any murder there, Robin.
No, it was everybody bring their laptop or their computer or their Xbox.
Those are different parties that I also used to have.
LAN parties.
You don't drink around your PC? You don't want to dump water on something like that?
I've drank around my PC.
Wow, unbelievable.
Bacardi 151.
I mean, we had lots of LAN parties. We also had lots of parties, and sometimes they definitely got out of hand. I had a friend who literally used wrapping paper at a Christmas party as a blanket, and he slept under the table because he literally was drank under the table. It was astonishing. I still have that picture somewhere of him. When I woke up and found him there, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But yeah, stuff happens. I'm thankful I've never woken up to a murder scene, so I really wonder if this person was actually the one responsible for the murder, because I feel like there needs to be a sequel to that story because I have so many questions. But either way, thank you so much, Claire, for sending that in. We sincerely appreciate it.
Just too many questions.
Too many questions. All right, let's go over into stream chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say this beautiful Wednesday evening.
I forgot to tell you what happened at the drive-thru when I was picking up lunch.
You did, because you haven't told me anything about it.
Yeah, so I went to this new place out here. It's called the Anime Boba Cafe. It's a boba / Japanese food place that has a drive-thru. Unfortunately, it is not the best. If for drive-thru Japanese food, it's not bad, you know. But while I was at the pay window, I had rolled down my window and I saw a moth flying around. And
you crashed the car into the building. Is that where this is going?
Right now, I have a very big fear of moths. If you guys missed the Saturday stream, I told this story about my nightmare about moths, and I'm real fucked up about moths right now.
I think it's funny that you pronounce both the T's in most words, but you don't pronounce the TH in moth. You say it maw, like M-A-W.
Moths.
Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
I'm really terrified of moths right now. And there was one that was flying around the drive-thru window. And I was like, you know what? What are the fucking odds that I'll fly into the car? I'll be fine. Okay, I was not fine.
So it flew into the car.
It flew into the car, and as soon as it flew into the car, the woman at the window was like, oh, hey, here's your total or whatever. And I'm sitting in the car freaking out at this moth. Like, I'm holding stuff in my hands trying to, like get it away from me, right? I'm freaking out. And I'm telling this woman, like, I have a really big fear of moths right now. I just don't want to deal with this.
Moths are really in my fear zone right now.
I'm like, and I'm just freaking out. So I'm like touching it with stuff, trying to get it to fly out the window. And it just keeps flying closer to my face. And I'm freaking out in the drive-thru.
Moths are like dusty butterflies.
Oh, fuck, dude. You have no idea. I was freaking out. And
I've seen you
one of
freak
the girls
out for the last 9 years.
One of the girls inside was total goth chick, and I'm sure she's like, it's just a fucking moth, you freaking psycho. But I was freaking out. I could see every little piece of this moth, its little furry antennas, its long little butt,
its wallet that had pictures of its children in it.
I was freaking out. That's as close as I ever want to get to a moth. When I saw every little piece of its body, I just was dying. I was like,
okay, show us like how big was this moth? Was it like one of these big boys? Was it one of the tiny guys?
It was like that. It was like that big.
So it's like a quarter.
Yeah.
You're a fucking wimp.
It's like $50. Okay, that's not a fucking quarter, you stupid asshole.
I think you're exaggerating. Okay, missus, I'm afraid of moths. Just saying.
Like a dick. It was so
This is my impression.
scary.
Okay, of the story we just heard, this is my impression of what happened with Robin with this moth flow in. So the moth flies in, everyone else will be like, get out of here. And they're all like, ah! 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 And she's like trying to grab shit to move it with. I guarantee you that's what happened. 100%.
It was horrifying.
All right, I'm going to read notifications and then we're going to read from the stream chat. All right, first things first, I want to shout out Enzo Matrix because they subscribed 4 days ago during the Saturday stream and I didn't read it. And if I did, I don't remember reading it. It said, woo, for Morbid Gaming Saturday. So thank you so much for resubscribing. We just started
playing Little Nightmares.
We did.
So if you folks want to join us for not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we'll be playing Little Nightmares and continuing the game because that shit was so hard.
Folks want to join us this Saturday, we'll be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, hanging out during SpookyCon 2021.
SpookyCon is not an actual convention, just so you guys know. It's us hanging out with all the spooky friends.
But next year, it fucking might be. Just saying. All right. Shout out to Captain Fake, who resubscribed for the 24th month, a 2-year anniversary, and said, woo, SpookyCon.
Woo.
Shout out to Elizabeth Tree, who resubscribed for the 5th month and also said woo. Shout out to Red Keto, who resubscribed for the 2nd month. I was going to give you some 15 extra free months. They also said woo. A hype train started right then. ASP Bunny resubscribed with their Prime Gaming for the 25th month. Captain Fake I cheered 500 bits. Nefcore, Enzo Matrix, and Elizabeth Tree all redeemed a drink.
Oh, I got to mix my drink. Hold on.
Our hype train hit level 2. Thank you so much for that. The Snarked resubscribed with Prime Gaming for the 32nd month. Said 4 more months and I'm at 3 years. Have fun at SpookyCon.
Cow.
Give everyone love from me. We surely will. Laura Ann redeemed a drink, so we're up to 4 drinks. And shout out to Vivian Guy, who just followed us over there on Twitch. We appreciate that.
Thank
also,
you so
shout
much
out
everybody for your support.
Shout out to Glitch, who just resubscribed.
Right.
Excuse me. Shout out to Glitch. He resubscribed on Saturday. Shout out to Glitch, who just redeemed a drink, putting us up to 5.
All right, so I got my glass full of ice cubes here. I got my strawberry soju, and then I have my Pocari Sweat. So I'm going to mix my drink here. And
my mustache is all fucking crooked because I took a shower and I didn't trim the thing. I'm sorry. I'm like obsessing over it now. You have your Pocari? You have your booty sweat?
My booty sweat.
Back
Hold
at
on,
the
bend over.
nine.
Just put it in my cup.
Gross. Shout out to Ronald, who just donated 100 bits.
Thank
I
you
will
so much.
manually adjust the donation goal. If we get to $200 dues, we are going to be doing a D&D event with Spooky Friends. I have not determined how many folks will be in that. That said, donating does not guarantee you a spot. We haven't really figured out how we're going to be able to do that. I think it actually violates the terms and conditions of Twitch. It definitely would violate the terms and conditions of Patreon. It will just get us to a point where we're going to do it. I'll have signups and then we'll go ahead and move forward with it. I think we might reserve a single spot or 2, depending on if our moderators or if our previous dungeon master, Captain Fake Guy, decides they would like to play. But right now I'm looking at D&D event, essentially. Haven't sorted through any of the details. I think we have stretch goals normally. If we get to 200, we'll do it. If we get to 250, I'll add in another slot. If we get to 300, I'll add in another slot. So.
We could do a D&D game where we name NPCs after people.
People that don't get in but signed up.
Yeah.
That would be fun, except I wouldn't want to insult anyone because most of my NPCs are ridiculous asshole caricatures of parts of my personality. So All right, we're going to read the stream chat now. Elizabeth Tree was the first person in either channel at 5:58. They were 32 minutes early. Said, so excited for tonight's live stream. Enzo Matrix showed up 3 minutes later. Said, good evening, everyone. Red Keto is also here very early, 27 minutes early. Nice to see folks getting here on time or early. Captain Fake Eye is here. Laura Ann, Sherry Sue. It's nice to see you folks joining us. Tiny Dance Nation's also here. Elise is over there in YouTube.
Seeing my desk in the background is just a goddamn nightmare.
Well, it's covered in pins. It's not your fault. So, I mean, it is your fault, but that's not a bad thing. I don't know if I said shout out to Laura Ann, but Laura Ann is also here. Bunny is here. We read that thing, so everyone kind of already knew that, but I'm just reading it anyways. People are excited for this weekend. Shout out to Merlin Valor. Eve is over there in YouTube. Thank you for joining us, Eve. Everyone was commenting on. Someone said, like, why do I always get a fist in this stupid game, in the stupid intro fighters game? Someone got double machine guns on Saturday. I think it was actually like our chat bot and was just annihilating, just mowing down people. It just was not fair. Laura Ann says, guys, I'm going to be a homeowner on November 30th. Congratulations, Laura Ann. That is super, super exciting. Going to keep scrolling. Apparently, Glitch and Merlin. Gerlin is what I was trying to combine them into. Both had Glocks. All right. I'm going to keep scrolling. Glitch says it's raining. It's 75. It's spooky time. Robin is on her phone, so she's not congratulating anyone for your new home, so don't feel offended. She's just distracted right now.
I am going to be... So what I'm going to be doing for Patreon awards coming up is lanyards, like small little... The half-size lanyards, not like the neck lanyards, but like the keychain lanyards. So I'm working with manufacturers to try and get that done because I'm kind of panicking about Patreon stuff because I know I haven't sent a bunch yet this year and I want to make something cool. So I'm working with a manufacturer. We're going to do some lanyards. I'm going to go talk to some artists and get some what is the word when you get
art
like a featured artist, like some artist that's not me, to do some artwork. I'm gonna try and do a bunch of stuff for Patreon because y'all neglected and I want to give you guys some stuff. Sorry, right, so that's what I'm dealing with.
Laura Ann's spooky time is the best. Sherry Sue says my favorite time of the week.
Congratulations, Laura Ann, on your new home. I think it'll be great.
Elisa says, Robin, I like your scrunchie.
Thank you. XXL Scrunchie, that's the company name. They're stupid, ridiculously expensive scrunchies, but they are so cute because they are gigantic. I only have a couple of them because they're so expensive, but like, I love them. They
She has like 5.
Yeah. But they like match different outfits, you know, you can get different patterns and stuff like that. And I feel like the small scrunchies that I have, the little normal size scrunchies, you don't see them when you put them in your hair, you know?
It's true. They're not supposed to highlight your appearance, but those look good. You know, they all look good on you.
I just try and get ones that match my outfits.
I'm at 2 drinks. I'm also drinking my Cali Creamin' Creamsicle. It is super fucking good. How many are you at, Robin?
0.
Okay, then.
Coffee. I'm at coffee.
Glitch says, fair warning, I've been drinking. I have a roughish day.
Hopefully,
I apologize for your shitty day.
Nobody treated you like shit at work or something. That sucks.
Sherry Sue said they had a hard day too. It sucked, but I had PT and it felt good going.
PT is always nice when you leave, you know, and you're like, man, I feel good. But then a few hours later, you're like, fuck, it sucks again.
What's PT?
Physical therapy.
Oh, gotcha. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling. Captain Vegas says, guys, why is being in your 30s like this? I have wrinkles and a giant pimple on my forehead right before SpookyCon. I doubt you have wrinkles.
I just saw you at New York City Comic Con and you looked so good. There's no way. Get out of here.
I'm pretty sure I saw you on Thursday and you looked like you were 5. So I don't want to hear it.
I know. She's like in her 30s and she looks like she's maybe 19, 20. Like if you were my doctor, I'd be like, do you have a degree?
Yeah, show me your degree. I would do that because you look so young and you're a woman. No, I'm kidding. Please don't get mad at me.
Fuck?
It was 100% a joke. All right. I will say this for anyone going to SpookyCon. I want to set proper expectations here. 1, I am very boring. Please do not expect to be entertained by me. 2, I injured my back on Sunday. The worst I've ever injured it. I threw it out, and then I went to a Bears-Raiders game, and then I walked like 3 miles outside the stadium to get in, and then when we got out. So I was immobile on Monday. I couldn't fucking move. It was awful. I am recovering, so I'll be moving a little bit slow. So the Scaryish foot race we've been planning, I can't enter that. I'll be the judge.
There's a foot race?
It's a complete joke, Robin. You take everything super seriously. So, but yeah, I'll probably just be moving a little bit slow. So I'm hoping I'll be healed up as much as possible. But yeah, I just want to warn everyone. I'm going to be walking like an old man. Up until yesterday, I was considering literally buying a cane to bring. Will you stop?
Oh,
It's so sweet of you to tickle my ankle with your toes during this, but it's very distracting.
I told my sister that we were going to Philly this weekend, and she's like, you got to do the thing from National Treasure.
Again, the Declaration of Independence.
No, not stealing the Declaration of Independence. They go to Independence Hall, and there's a stone. There's like a brick in the wall, and behind the brick is these pair of glasses, and that pair of glasses is what they use to read the back of the Declaration of Independence.
We still don't have the Declaration of Independence. So. Shout out to Axolotl, who's over there on YouTube, says, hi, what up? Thank you for joining us. Ronald says, I'm 26, so close to begin the 30s. You are 4 years away, my dude. Do not concentrate on how close you are to your 30s while you're still living in your 20s.
I'm going to steal not the Declaration. I'm going to steal the Liberty Bell. It fits in the carry-on, right?
Yep, should be good. I'm once again says, I laid down on the floor because my back hurt, and now I'm stuck. I was stuck on the couch yesterday like a turtle on its back, man.
Oh my gosh, it was really hard to watch.
And Robin wouldn't get out of the fucking way. I needed to roll off, and I kept telling her, like, can you fucking move?
I moved.
Can you please move? She moved for a second. She like, scooch. And then she just like scooched back like 10 seconds later until I was like, you need to move. I can't get up. So I literally just rolled over onto my hands and knees on the ground.
I should have gotten you life alert.
And it felt like someone was stabbing me in the spine. It really, really hurt. I basically can't lay on my back. And if I don't, then it's just like a normal, oh, I threw my back out. If I lay on my back, it's like I am in so much pain. It's awful. All right, gonna keep scrolling. I'm gonna take another drink too to get myself up to 3.
I'm at 1. Now I'm at 2. Like now, after this drink.
So good. So good. So good. All right. Gonna keep scrolling.
Chuckster says, still working, but listening to the pod in the background.
Thank you,
Captain Big Guy
Chuckster.
says, I haven't gotten to the back pain part of my 30s yet.
It's because
I
you
did a few
take
weeks
care
ago.
of yourself. Yeah, Robin did, but I think that was more or less because you were like holding a baby for hours on end.
But I did this past weekend, and I was fine.
Yeah, I think because you trained your body to expect it. So
Oh, okay.
now your body, those muscles are all awake, and they know that they might need to be used in the future.
Glitch says, Moth Daddy.
Moth Daddy. Laura Ann says, my back pain started in my 20s. I had a friend who had a bad back in high school. I had 2 friends actually who had to have back surgeries before we were even out of high school. And neither of them were in sports. Shout out to Ronald who donated $3. Said, whoop, whoop.
Thank you so much.
All right, gonna keep scrolling. I'm watching this. Says, my back pain started at 18 when I hurt myself working in a warehouse.
Oof.
That sucks.
Working in warehouses though is dangerous in general. Like you have to carry so much shit, and there's so much like those carts, the big ones that move all the big boxes. What are those called? They're not carts. What are they called?
Carts?
Like the big things with the pallets.
Forklifts?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, those exist. Don't forget about those. They come after you in the night and hurt your back.
Yeah.
Ronald says, my bad sleeping position made mine hurt, but stretching is a game changer. That is something I will be incorporating into my daily life. I used to do it before I'd run. Now I'm just going to do it before I walk to my desk.
I want to says Robin versus Mothra.
That's a good joke.
Lizard Tree says dusty butterflies. Yeah, they're just horrifying.
Blanca Bella says, hello.
I also do not like butterflies. I was out on a site visit because we're redesigning a detention basin for our project, our senior project type thing. And so we were out on a site visit, and a butterfly comes out of fucking nowhere and goes straight for my face, I swear. And I freak out. Everyone around me is just like, it's just a fucking butterfly.
You know, butterflies land on stuff that's beautiful.
No, they land on shit because that's what they like to eat.
It's the beautiful thing. Telling you. Glitch says, it's raining so hard. Oh my god, I love it. I can just see you freaking out because of butterfly. Most kids get distracted by butterflies. Robin gets terrified. It's so
I
funny.
Freaked out, man.
Captain Fig Guy says, I'm washing all the sheets and stuff for Adam and Robin's air mattress.
Thank you.
I was so relieved when you told me that there's going to be a ceiling fan in that room, and then I'm allowed to turn it on. I was like, I'll be fine. So
Ronald says, can we get a whoop whoop from Robin? Whoop whoop. Yeah, no, you should have seen the archaeologist.
That's the sound of the police.
The archaeologist was just like, what the fuck? She was like, because she seemed like such a badass, right? And she was like, you're scared of a fucking butterfly? I'm like, I hate bugs, okay? I hate them.
Glitch says, I can't resub, but I'll give you $5. Aw, thank you for I
We're
don't think you sent it, but that's okay, Glitch. You don't have to if you don't want to. Maya says, hello. How's it going? Going pretty well. Gonna keep scrolling. Laura Ann says, ooh, Spooky Friends D&D event. That's exciting, says Bunny. Laura Ann says, sounds awesome. Glitch says, don't say such things. I need to be in this. I'll cry if you don't want me to cry. That's so funny. I'm like, I want to do it. I don't want to leave anyone out, but it's like, it's got to happen when it comes to D&D.
Captain Fake says, did someone say D&D?
And I don't want to run a campaign that's like 14 people deep at the same time, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. if we hit $200, we're triggering a D&D event, and I will figure something out one way or the other. I will also probably stream it. And I'll use Fantasy Grounds. If you guys don't have Fantasy Grounds, it's a program that I own. I own the ultimate version, so all you have to do is download the free version, and you can use my version. And then I can have a window up that's shared that shows what the players are seeing. And then I'll just have your guys' voices from my Discord go over the thing. It actually wouldn't be too hard to set up, but that's what's in my brain right now. Here's Robin to shoot down my idea.
The only problem is everyone would have to make a character.
Yeah.
And not everyone knows how to do that.
I mean, if you don't know how to do that, you probably won't be signing up for D&D. That's all I'm saying. Plus, there's plenty of pre-made characters you can just sort of pick up and play with. So, thanks, Robin. Captain Bring Down for trying to ruin the thing. Get your tiny arm off me. Take my strong hand. Sherry Sue says, I want to learn to play D&D. It's not terribly hard, to be honest with you. You just got to learn how to make your character, which is probably the hardest part. And there is a character builder on dndbeyond.com where you can start playing around with that.
Seriously says, I also really want the Switch. I freaking love my Switch.
I love my Switch, but I haven't played it in a while.
I gotta download Genshin on my Switch.
You do. Captain Pig, I said to Sherry Sue, I can teach you. You can, I'm guessing, borrow my books. Scrolling.
The way you said I can teach you, all I can hear is my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
How do they say I can teach you in that song?
Yeah.
I can teach you, but I'd have to charge. Got it. Which is also National Coming Out Day just occurred. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you, boo. Hit me up in the Discord.
Nice. That's really nice of you. It's 30 degrees out. My heat just broke, so I'm here watching and eating McDonald's.
Damn.
That'll warm you up.
Indeed. You didn't say who said that, though, but that's okay.
Brie Ball? Brie Ball. I'm Listener. Oh, fuck you, babe. I'm Listener says things that are featured in 50 Shades. 50 Shades will definitely warm you up, Brie, if you're into that. Laura Ann says, thank you for all the congrats. Facebook user, I don't know which one that is.
Facebook user is Natalie over there.
Hello.
Natalie put hearts up and said, so proud of you guys. Thank you so much,
Natalie. I
Natalie.
feel like I haven't seen any rat friends in so long because Natalie used to have a bunch of rats.
I think they passed away. Yeah.
That's so
I know,
sad.
Natalie. This is okay. I'm just going to put this out there. People will follow us or friend request us from the Spooky Friends group. And because I know your name, I'll see you guys post stuff. And I'm always like, I don't want to be creepy. So I'll just click like on stuff to let you guys know I'm there. I support you and your social media presence. And all the things I see Natalie post are kitty cat.
Oh,
it's
okay.
so freaking cute. So that's why I'm like, I'm very familiar with all of your pets. And it's weird and I apologize.
Emily over on YouTube says, I get so excited for these videos. Us too.
Shout out to Glitch who donated $5. Says, nah, you're getting that $5 dues. I'll take that.
Let's see.
AWS LOL.
Glitch says, I need so bad a dad hat. Scaryish merch. I need so bad a dad hat. Yeah, I'm glad I read that right. Because my brain saw a bunch of A's and a bunch of D's and B's and all the letters started,
I saw that and I just thought, Bat Dad.
Okay. No, that's like a dyslexia thing, right? All the letters start looking the same and then you mix them around because they don't.
Snark says, every time I hear Robin say coffee, my brain says ko-fi.com.
Someone was a dick at work. That sucks, Glitch. People are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Lauren says, no, Adam, I hope your back feels better. Me too. Honestly, I was just like, oh, this is what it feels like when you get old. Like I was walking. We have this stupid like carpet mop. It's like a rubber.
It's one of those
for
things
cleaning
that
your carpet.
Yeah, that you like pull all the hair and stuff out of the rug, and he's been walking around.
I was using it as a cane, then my hand started hurting because I was putting so much weight on it, so I like extended it all the way up. So I've been using it as a walking staff. So she was following behind me on the stairs yesterday. She's like, "Move your ass, Gandalf." It's just not been a good week for me. Glitch says, I 100% do not believe either of you or are boring. I would be the best friends to both of y'all. I do believe that.
Captain Big Eye says, go up. Go up. One more. Says, thanks guys, it's because during medical training they don't let us out into the sun much. Also, I'm Asian.
That's funny. All right, gonna scroll.
The Snark says, can you bring Adam a wheelchair to Captain Big Eye? That's what I said. I was like, we can get you a wheelchair.
I don't need a wheelchair.
Really need a wheelchair.
I think it is insulting to people who do need wheelchairs that wish they could be mobile. I am okay enough to be mobile. I just might hurt some. On Sunday when I was doing the walking, I got to a point where I was literally covered in fucking sweat and my knees were shaking because it was the worst it's ever been.
I just thought
Today, I'm just been walking around the house. It's not that bad.
I thought it was funny because like Adam was in pain. He went to the football game, and then I thought he went home afterwards. So I was like, "Oh, did you get home okay?" And he's like, "No, we're at a sports bar." I'm like, "You fucking idiot!"
When we got to the place, he was like, "Do you want to go watch Sunday Night Football?" And I told him I would buy him dinner because it's a very expensive ticket, and he was trying to give it to me for free. And I was like, "No, I'll buy you dinner. Let's go watch Sunday Night Football." And then Robin eventually wound up coming and meeting us at the sports bar. But I needed to sit down somewhere, so when I finally got into the I was going to say the Airbnb of cars. When I got into the Uber, I was like, I feel so much better. Okay, cool.
I'm Beef Trainer says, finally signed in. Such a long day at work. 9.5 hours. That is a nightmare.
It's a long day.
Maya says, you need to get your back checked out, Adam. Yeah, you do.
Captain Vega says, no, but I have crutches somewhere, but they're for someone that is 5'2".
They wouldn't even fit me. Oh my gosh. You know what's going to be great? Are we tall? Are we going to be taller than lots of people at this event?
I'm taller than most, but it's like then 55%. You know, I'm like, I don't know. I say I'm 6 foot. It pisses off people who are 5'10" trying to pretend that they're 6 feet. So I'm like kind of between 6 foot and
I'm
6
5'8". I say I'm 5'8". I'm like 5'7" and 3/4.
They don't measure my height at the doctor anymore. They just mark it down to 6'1", and I'm like 6 3/4, but whatever. Anyways, Maya says, you need to get your back checked out, Adam. She already read that. Axolotl says, oof, hope your back feels better. I appreciate that. The Snark says, rent a rascal, LOL.
The Snark says, back pain started after I crashed my motorcycle. I didn't even know you rode a motorcycle.
Fucking hardcore sentence if I've ever seen one.
Liz Tree says, butterflies eat dead animal corpses. I fucking told you.
Captain Fagay said, yeah, but they land on things. They're beautiful because nature is beautiful. Captain Fagay said, LOL to the Snark. We can steal one from the local Target. It sounds like it's going to be a really, really fun Heistathon 2021.
I'm Beef Trainer says, according to Sheldon Cooper, butterflies are flying worms. They really are. They're caterpillars that grow wings.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I'm Trainer says, you realize I now want you to make a skeleton butterfly pin now.
That's funny.
I fucking hate moths, man.
Captain Vegas says, oh man, if you all need the bed, you're welcome to take it for your back, Adam. I'm happy to sleep on the air mattress. If anything, I would probably just sleep on the floor because like something really sturdy, really firm is actually better than something really soft. That's why my back hurt so goddamn much yesterday getting off that couch, is because that couch is really soft and I just could not handle being completely sunk into it. So floor would be better than mattress. Air mattress would probably be better than mattress. I'm going to keep scrolling.
Aw, Sherry Sue says I had McD's for lunch. I ordered nuggets, fries, but they forgot my cookie that I ordered. I was
Bastards.
sad.
Red Keto says, I've been wanting to play a Warlock Rogue in my next game. No game planned yet, though. Interesting.
I think rogues are cool, but Rangers 100%.
I'm What's Your Name says, during CDC guidelines, your milkshake can bring 5 boys to the yard max because you are the 6th person. This is true. Cat Vegas says, oh my God, can we get a Moth Daddy hat? And so Major says, did Robin just a tune from Blues Clues? Did you?
I don't know. Blues Clues, Blues Clues, Blues Clues.
Fun.
I think I know like almost all the OG songs from Blues Clues.
Glitch says he's 61 years old. Good to know. I'm pretty sure it's 6'1". I'm just joking. Liz G says I'm 5'5", so I'm shorter than you guys. It says sorter. If I'm making fun of Glitch's typos, I gotta make fun of everyone's Liz Tree. It says I'm sorter than you guys. Good to know. 911 Girl says, hello, everyone. Hello, 911 Girl. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Everybody says, I'll be taller than many of you.
Captain Vega says, I'm 5'1" and 3/4, but I insist very strongly I'm 5'2". And the Matrix says, when Blue hops into a picture.
I feel like he says, bo, bo, bo.
I don't know. All right, so we are caught up to chat. We'll pause right there, and I'm going to go ahead and let Robin take the mouse from me so she can read her first
My next
story.
one's kind of long, so you guys should strap on. All right.
I'm going to mark it, and then you can say that like after your introduction to it.
All right, so my next story is actually kind of long. There's like photos that go along with it. You guys can't see.
So strap on!
But I will read it's all dialogue, so I'll just read you guys the dialogue. But this one is from the No Sleep subreddit, and it's called... No
Sleep Till...
Well, the title is My Dead Girlfriend Keeps Messaging Me on Facebook.
That's way worse than that song.
All right, so it begins. Tonight's kind of a catalyst for this post. I just received another message, and it's worse than any of the others. My girlfriend died on the 7th of August, 2012. She was involved in a 3-car collision driving home from work when someone ran a red light. She passed away within minutes on the scene. We had been dating for 5 years at that point. She wasn't big on the idea of marriage. It felt archaic, she said. Gave her a weird vibe. But if she had been, I would have married her within 3 months of our relationship. That's so romantic. It's not what the story says. I just think it's romantic. She was vibrant, the kind of girl that would choose dare every time. She was happiest when camping, but a total technophile too. She always smelled like cinnamon. That being said, she wasn't perfect. She always said something along the lines of, quote, if I cark it first, I'm assuming it means kick it, don't just say good things about me. I've never liked that. If you don't pay me out, you're doing me a disservice. I've got so many flaws, and that's just part of me, end quote. So this is for M. The music she said she liked and the music she actually... The music she said she liked and the music she actually liked were very different. Her idea of affection was a side hug. She had really long toes, like a chimpanzee.
Yuck. All you finger toes people out there gross me out. I'm just saying.
You don't...
I have hammer toes.
I
They're
was gonna
disgusting.
say, you
Finger
got
toes
some
people are much more elegant. I'm just
disgusting big toes.
very jealous. I had a cousin who could smoke a cigarette with her toes. It was weird.
Ah.
Have you ever seen Keith peel and eat a banana with his feet?
Yes.
It's fucking terrifying and also super impressive.
All right. It continues.
I'm talking about Keith from Try Guys, not some guy named Keith that we just happen to know.
All right. Continuing on. I know that's tangential, but I don't feel right discussing her without you having an idea of what she was like. On to the meat. M had been dead for approaching 13 months when she first messaged me. So September 4th, 2013. She died on August 7th, 2012. So a little over a year later.
13 months. That's what he says.
Yep.
That's the sentence you just read.
This is when it began. I'd left Emily's Facebook account activated so I could send her the occasional message, post on her wall, go through her albums. It felt too final and too un-Emily to memorialize it. I share access with her mother, Susan, meaning her mother has her login and password and has spent a total of approximately 3 minutes on the website or on a computer total. After a little confusion, I assumed it was her. Let me click on this real quick. So in the first picture, it's just her messaging hello. And he goes like, who is this? It's really weird getting messages. And then they don't reply. And a few minutes later, they just say hello again. So it's real awkward. It's like, what is going on? This is real weird. So on November 16th, 2013, 2 months later, I had received confirmation from Susan that she hadn't logged in to M's Facebook since the week of her death. M knew a lot of people, so I instantly assumed this was one of her more tech-savvy friends fucking with me in the worst possible way.
I would be furious.
Yeah. I noticed pretty much immediately that whoever was chatting with me was recycling old messages from M and my shared chat history. Okay, so let me read you the message first. So 2 months later, she goes, hello, let's hit up, and then it's scratched out.
Redacted.
This Sunday. And so he goes, who the fuck is this? And she goes, the wheels on the bus. So apparently, the wheels on the bus comment was from when they were discussing songs to play on a road trip that never eventuated. And then the phrase hello got typed in a whole bunch of times. Around February 2014, so the next year, Emily started tagging herself in my photos.
That's creepy.
I would get notifications for them, but the tag would generally always be removed by the time I got to it. The first time I actually caught one, it felt like someone had punched me in the gut. She would tag herself in spaces where it was plausible for her to be, or where she would usually hang out. I've got screenshots of 2 from April and June. These were the only ones that I've caught, so they're a little out of the timeline I'm trying to write out. Okay, so let's click that open. They're just like...
I mean, it looks like there's a face in that closet, just saying.
It does, but like it's, you know how you can tag people on Facebook with the white square, right? It auto selects usually. But it's a space that if they were taking a photo together, she would be standing there or her face would be right there.
But instead it's just blank space.
But it's just a
like
blank
a wall.
space, which is terrifying.
It's like when your phone, when you're using that like face swap thing, face swaps you with something that's not there, like with the darkness.
It's terrifying because it is a picture where it's like she would be sitting there.
It's a person that's basically in half the frame of a picture, and then there's empty space on the other side, and then like of course the empty space has the tag frame,
yes.
but it's empty.
Right. Around this period of time, I stopped being able to sleep. I was too angry to sleep. She would tag herself in random photos every couple of weeks. The friends who noticed and said something thought, fuck. The friends who noticed and said it was a fucked up bug or something. I found out recently that there have been friends who have noticed and didn't say anything. Some of them have removed me from their Facebook friends list. So I'm sure something's going on there that they would go through the trouble of removing him for some reason.
I would guess they think that he's the one that's doing it, since he's one of the only people who have access.
Okay. At this point, some of you may be wondering why I didn't just kill my Facebook profile. I wish I had. I did for a little while. On days when I can't get out there, though, it's nice having my friends available to chat. It's nice visiting M's page when the little green circle isn't next to her name. I was already socially reclusive when M was alive. Her death turned me into something pretty close to a hermit, and Facebook and MMOs were and are my only real social outlets. So, on March 15th, I sent what I assumed was M's hacker a message, and in this message, it just says, "Why are you doing this? Why do you keep tagging her?" And on March 25th, 10 days later, they received an answer.
Answer.
Are you making fun of how I said answer?
Because you never say it that way.
So it's just her going, hello, 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 which is terrifying. And then he's like, this is actually devastating. I don't know why you enjoy doing this. And then she goes, OMG, cinnamon scented candles. He goes, go to hell. And then she says, why are you doing this?
That's weird that she returns the why are you doing this?
Yes. Because to me, I think if it was her ghost, right? She's like, why are you telling me to go to hell? I don't understand, you know? So she's like, why are you doing this to me?
If it's her ghost, it's weird that she'll be saying such weird and awkward things,
yes.
though, you know?
But if she's like trying to speak from the other side,
what, she has her diction mixed up?
And
do you think she forgot how to
it's
text
like
on the
it's
other
so
side?
hard to say anything, and that's all you can get through. You know, I don't know what it is like being.
I don't
a
think that's
ghost.
the case. That's not what it sounds like to me. Maybe there's no QWERTY keyboards on the other side, and some weird like arrangement where it just bumps. You don't actually know what you're typing.
It wasn't until I was going over these logs a few months later that I noticed she was recycling my own words as well. Okay, which is the "why are you doing this" thing.
What?
What was that?
It was a burp I was trying to stifle. You actually burped. I heard it. Don't look at me. Don't at me.
What?
Don't.
My response seems kind of lackluster here. I was intentionally providing him or her with emotional quote-unquote bait. This is actually devastating to keep them interested in their game. I was working off the assumption that the kind of person to do this would be the kind of person that would thrive on the distress of others. I was posting in tech forums looking for ways to track this person, contacting Facebook. I needed to keep them around so I could gather quote-unquote evidence. Before anyone asks, yes, I had changed the password in all security info countless times.
I was wondering that, but I didn't want to shit on the story. I'm glad he tossed that out.
16th of April, I received this, and what they received was Emily saying, we should make our own jam. And then, Jesus fucking Christ, Samantha, and then, nah, different. No chance of passing. No chance of passing. How many? Garage side door. No chance of passing. It's fucking weird.
This seems like it's going to be associated with how she died.
Oh, I got chills when you said that, dude. I hope that's not the fucking case. That's fucked up. This seems like word salad, like all our conversations so far. It's recycled from previous messages she sent. So the 29th of April, a couple weeks later, I had, let's see. Let's click that. She goes, baked beans on toast. I don't know. I just said, yo, ask Nathan. And it goes, Nathan. And then he goes, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how you're still doing this. Please stop. And then she goes, please stop. I don't know what's happening. Nathan, I don't know what's happening. I have fucking chills. It's terrifying. Okay.
I would have chills, but this room is really fucking hot.
I hadn't discovered any leads. Facebook had told me the locations her page had been accessing from, but since her death, they're all places I can account for. My home, my work, her mom's house, etc. My response here wasn't bait. Yo, ask Nathan was an in-joke. Too lame, worth explaining, but seeing her say it again just absolutely fucking crippled me. My reaction in real life was much less prettier. I'm not expecting my bond back. Her last few messages had started to scare me, but I wouldn't admit it at this point. And then the 8th of May, a week later, sorry. She just types in -12, -15, and then my jumper's in the dryer and it's really cold out, cold. Nathan, please stop. I'm cold, freezing. I don't know what's happening. It's just terrifying. Okay. Freezing is the first original word she's made. This has given me nightmares that have only started to kick in recently. I keep dreaming that she's in an ice-cold car, frozen blue and gray, and I'm standing outside in the warmth screaming at her to open the door. She doesn't even realize I'm there. Sometimes her legs are outside with me.
That's weird.
It's getting fucking weird. It's
been weird already, but it's getting super weird.
So 24th of May, a couple weeks later, he goes, I'm really drunk. I miss you. Whoever's on this account, I don't give a fuck. I keep coming home from work and expecting to see you at the computer. Shouldn't I be used to that by now? Emily said, just let me walk. Oh my God. I have a feeling they fought or something like that. Oh God. Okay. It continues. I wasn't actually drunk. She wasn't an affectionate girl and it always embarrassed her to exchange I love yous, cuddle, talk about how much we meant to each other. She was more comfortable with it when I was boozed up. I got fake drunk a lot. Her reply is what prompted me to finally memorialize her page, thinking it might help curb this behavior. It might seem innocuous compared to her previous message. It's pasted from an old conversation where I was trying to convince her to let me drive her home from a friend's. In the collision, the dashboard had crushed her. She was severed in a diagonal line from her right hip to midway down her left thigh. One of her legs was found tucked up under the back seat. Fucking what? Ugh, that's rough. August 7th, 2012. So this is going back in time to around when it first started, right? No, that's when she died.
It's 5 days after she died.
So he goes, hey, you on your way home? Emily, when you see this message, please ring me straight away. I rang so-and-so and they said you left at 4. I'm starting to panic. I feel sick in my stomach. Please ring me. Emily, answer your phone. Oh my God.
He said Emily twice. I feel like that's important. Okay. I feel like these might be replies to all like unread messages. Like that she's going through like one at a time. That's why.
30. This, alongside a couple of voicemail messages, is the last time I talked to her under the assumption that she was alive. You'll see why I'm showing you these soon. So, 1st of July, 2014. She goes, hey, you on your way home? Emily, when you see this message, please ring me straight away. Please stop. I rang so-and-so and they said you left at 5. I'm starting to panic. Please stop. Cold. Emily, answer your phone. I don't know what's happening. Cold. Freezing. So it does seem, like you were saying, like it's the opposite, right?
Well, they were saying Emily too. They weren't saying Nathan that time though. So this is weird.
Yeah, it's strange. So I memorialized her page a couple of days after I received the message about walking. Until today, she'd been quiet. She wasn't even tagging herself in my photos. I don't know what to do anymore. Do I kill her memorial page? What if it is her? I want to puke. I don't know what's happening. I just heard a Facebook alert and I'm too afraid to swap windows and check it.
The end.
That's fucking terrifying, dude. It's a good story, but I was like chills, man. Like, just imagine if that was you, right?
That's a good point. So here's what I'd like to do after this story. I want to do two things. One, if this was you, would you have deleted the Facebook page up to this point or at this point?
I think I would have wanted to just leave it. You know, I would have wanted to leave your Facebook page up too. But if stuff like this kept happening, I would delete it.
I thought if someone was messaging me through it, I would probably delete it because my memories of you will live in my brain. You know, it's like Facebook is great for everyone. But at the same time, if it was like this weird and this creepy, I would delete it to see what was going to happen next. My second question is, what would you want to be done? Because like they said at the beginning of the story, like, don't say just nice things about me. Remember my flaws. Like, do you have specific instructions? I know you've told me some of them in private.
Forgot. What was the thing that I told you the other day that was so stupid and ridiculous?
You told me you wanted to be cremated, which was the important thing, which is what you tell me all the time.
Don't play that stupid fucking song at my funeral.
The Boys to Men song?
God.
It's so hard to say goodbye. Will be on loop 24/7 when Robin passes away.
But it's so stupid.
So as for me, I want one of two things, and I'll let you choose.
You want to be buried under a tree?
I either want you to have a huge thing for me, bring everyone in. Everyone needs to be as sad as possible. Anyone who's ever heard my name before, I want everyone there.
Mm-mm.
Or I want you to delete every piece of evidence that I ever existed. You'll probably have to have Garrett help you out. I want him to edit me out of every episode of Scaryish.
No.
Make it like you hosted the show alone through creative editing. You
You're
only introduce
stupid.
yourself. I'm not even there.
This is
so I want everyone to be like,
did
did
really
he ever
wants.
actually exist? I demand it. I will put it into a living will.
No.
So, right on. That was a creepy fucking story, though. Definitely a lot of effort put into it with the pictures and the fake text messages that they created for the story. So either way, good work, good stuff.
Yeah, I really like this story. I just wish I knew what would happen after, you know? Like, I want to know. I want to know what keeps happening. Tell me.
It's a sign of a good story. All right. Let's look over into Stream Chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say. Also, shout out to Emanon, who resubscribed for the 21st month and said, woohoo!
Hello. Hopefully, you're not too tired from working or anything like that.
Yeah, I know it's a rough time because it is a very busy time of the year. The Snark says, y'all, my cousin is in here lurking. Say hi. Hello to the Snark's
Hello,
cousin.
Lurker.
Is their name actually Lurker? Vivian says, ha ha hi, I'm just lurking. So that's who it is. It's Viv.
Hello.
All right, gonna keep scrolling here. Red Keto says, I'll be in the taller part of the group at 5'9".
Nice.
Gonna keep scrolling.
I'm glad there's going to be some taller people because I always get real awkward when I'm super tall and I'm hugging a lot of shorter people and then I'm just like...
She keeps picking them up and shaking them. I'm like, you
no,
shouldn't do that.
Because, man, my mom did this weird thing. She still does to me and my sister. Because we're tall for Asians, right? And any fucking time we go around other people, anytime, like her friends and her friends' kids that are Asians, she always has to compare heights all the time. And
she just wants everyone to know you're taller than them.
Oh my God, it's just embarrassing and I hate it. I like being, normal with everyone. So, or averaged out with everyone, not normal. And any height is your height. There's no such thing.
All
as
heights are
normal
beautiful.
height. Yeah, all heights are beautiful.
Emanon says, I found a dog on Interstate 80 today and she was my co-pilot all day long.
Aww.
All day, long-haired shepherd. Her humans are on the way to get her.
So cute.
I'm glad you were able to get her off the freeway. That is
Yeah.
terrifying.
The Snark says, putting it out there, if anyone uses my FB to message people after I'm dead, I'll haunt you.
I don't know. Maybe I'd be okay with it as long as you weren't messing with Robin.
If your spirit, after you pass, messages me on Facebook and just sends me thirsty boys, I'll be okay with it.
That's pretty fucking weird to say. Now you're going to get a bunch of thirsty messages from people who are alive. All right. Radio Man says, good evening, Robin and Adam. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. IMB Trent says, so at the Snark mentioned having a DeLorean. Has anybody gone on O'Reilly's website and searched the part 121G?
It's the flex
It's
capacitor.
for 121
Flux
gigawatts,
capacitor.
which is what he says, even though it's called gigawatts, because that's what you need to travel back in time. But yeah, it's the flux capacitor. Lizardry says, I just randomly got a Facebook message. It freaked me out. Some random person who wants to send me a message. That is kind of terrifying to have happen during that story.
Yeah.
Chunkster says, almost done with work. Snark says, we just completed a charity event for Parkinson's, and in November,
Aww.
we have our first shoot.
That's so cool.
That is super cool. Gonna keep scrolling. Chunkster says, then y'all will have my undivided attention.
Because they said they're almost done with work.
Yep.
Laura Ann says, I can't believe SpookyCon is in 3 days. I know. I can't believe we have to, fly on Friday. It's crazy because I feel like we just flew. And it's just, this year is jam-packed.
The end of this year is very busy.
Jam stressed.
Jam City, what? That's where I work. Laura Ann says, I'm so excited to meet everyone. Also nervous because I'm socially awkward. LOL.
Me too.
Most of us are.
I hope we don't disappoint you guys when you guys meet us. That's my
It'd be nice to have
fear.
a big ball of weird walking through Philadelphia like, don't talk to us. Fuck off. Just all as a group. Captain Vig says, it's okay. I'm socially awkward too. I don't know if I read that one. I'm Beatrice says, I kind of miss some things from working in automotive parts, but I'm very happy where I am now.
Oh,
I'm
that's
glad to hear
good.
you're happy.
My thing that I do when I meet new people is, it makes seem like I'm interrogating you. I'm not.
She asks a million questions.
I ask a million questions, and I ask like, "What do you do?" Or,
Here's what I would
do you know what
say.
mean?
Picture if you were uncomfortable with being asked questions. Imagine that you're on like a talk show, and it's like the Robin Show with Robin, and she's asking you a bunch of questions about like your new projects. What's this movie you got coming out? Tell us a funny story, and then you'll feel like it's just you being interviewed by Robin. All right.
Yeah, I do that a lot when I meet new people.
Laura Ann to the Captain Fega, you didn't seem awkward at all during D&D. I'm B-Trans says, better pay, more responsibilities,
She's a
more
badass.
possibilities, and I even do interviews now, like for hiring.
Oh, nice.
I was surprised that I was asked to do that today. That's pretty cool.
Moving on up.
I will say, as someone who has done a lot of interviews, it really sucks when you pick someone and they suck. You're just like, God damn it. And then you start doing firings, and those are even more interesting. I'm B-Trans says, actually, I was asked yesterday to interview people today, but still, wow, no lead-in, huh? That stinks. Sherry Sue says, so I invited my childhood best friend forever to join the Scaryish Facebook page,
Aw.
and she joined. I'm excited. My first person I got interested.
Yay.
Nice. Thank you so much for spreading the good word.
That sounds so culty.
It doesn't. It sounds very religious-y, which is pretty much the same thing. IMB says, yep, I did 4 interviews. 3 were a definite yes. The 4th is a maybe.
Well, I've had a bunch of bad interviews, but one of the ones that made me laugh the most was when we asked him what his 5-year plan was and what he saw himself doing in 5 years. His answer was, I want to work at AT&T.
Were you interviewing for AT&T at the time?
No, we're fucking interviewing for GameStop. I'm interviewing him for an employee at GameStop, and he goes, I want to work at AT&T. I'm like, oh no,
The worst
man,
interview
that's the bad answer.
I ever had as well was for GameStop. It was down in Bullhead City, Arizona. This guy bombed like every question impressively. Like, it was just really odd. And one of the questions I used to like to ask people was, tell me about a time where something was difficult and you turned it into a success. So it gives you a chance to highlight yourself, especially for people who are nervous during an interview. You try and think of a scenario where it's like, oh yeah, like I had a challenge and I overcame it. And this guy was like, I used to work at a deli in Summerlin. And I was like, oh, in Vegas. Like, I just moved down here from Vegas. He's like, oh, so you know Summerlin. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's a upscale part of town. And he goes, well, I don't know how much you know about Summerlin, but it's got a lot of Jews. And I was just like, God damn it. I have to sit through the rest of this fucking interview with this dude.
Bad.
And so, like, I swear to God, I just, like, turned my brain off so I could tell her. I'm like, and there was, like, 4 more questions to go. I'm like, all right, I think that's about everything that we have to ask. And I just flipped the sheet over. And he started walking away. And he's like, hey, just so you know, I filled out on the job application that I've never been convicted of a felony. But I have. But it was a bullshit felony. Like, the guy was hitting on my girlfriend, so I beat the shit out of him. I just fucking walked away. And I was just like, God damn it, I hate working here. So it was super fun.
Oh,
Axolotl says, I'd actually read this story before. It's oddly interesting and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, I really like it. It gives me chills. Captain Big Guy says we're all gonna get to meet her cat. I love cats.
Sherry Sue says, I'm so psyched. Ken Vega says, I'm excited to meet everyone in person. You also can meet my cat, which is what Robin just read, because I'm stupid. Snark says, what did they hit? A wall or razor blades? What's that in regards to?
Sherry Sue already met your cat?
What? So jealous.
I'm so jealous. Aw, she says I have to shave him. He's covered in mats, but I need to shave his back legs more.
I'm Beef Tran says, I must pet and cuddle the
butt
floof.
is shaved right now. Yeah, when we get our Shiba groomed, they usually only shave her asshole because you really want
to highlight that asshole.
You're not supposed to shave Shibas
or corgis.
or like double coated dogs. You're really not supposed to shave, and so they only ever shave her asshole.
Kevin Big Guy says most of his floof is still on him. Don't worry about any sort of pet hair. We live with pet hair. We have 2 dogs and a cat. So
like every day at work, my wardrobe, it consists of mostly black, and I'm covered in
black and pet
animal
hair. Kevin Big Guy says he will probably want to sleep on you.
Oh.
Lauren says, I need to pet the floof, and I hope I don't sneeze I'm allergic to most cats, but I love them so much. LOL. Captain Vega says, but he kind of has a weird fear of tall men. Well,
a lot of animals are actually, I feel like.
I'll just walk around on my knees. It'll be okay.
The Snark says Adam gaslighting us from beyond the grave.
That'd be funny. Captain Vega says he's totally fine with women. Lizardry says, I wanted a speaker for the dead. Gonna keep scrolling. Sherry Sue says that they're 5'5".
I don't know. Do I want to be planted as a tree? You know what? No. I don't want to be planted as a tree because I don't want to be stuck somewhere forever and then have someone rip me out of the ground eventually. You know?
Eventually? You think you're gonna be ripped out of the ground eventually? I think I'll be boned by the time someone comes to get me. Or I'll be cremated. I haven't decided yet. I am an organ donor, though.
Turn me into a diamond.
I would like my organs, if I die young, to be passed on to someone to give them a fighting chance at life.
So that means
and then at
you're
some
way past.
point... What?
You're way past viable.
Why?
'Cause you're not young.
Don't fucking touch me. Get your hand off me.
No, I was thinking, like, turn me into a diamond, cremate me, turn my ashes into a diamond, and then pass me down to generation.
Pass
to
the haunted diamond down to torture your grandkids forever.
Yes, it'll be great.
My plan, another reason I want to
great.
become an organ donor, I saw this movie once where someone got a hand or an arm from an organ donor, and then it took over their body and they started killing people. And I want to try and take over everyone I get put into. So that's the goal. 911 Girl says, did you remember to ask Robin how she was liking the rain on Sunday, Adam? No, I forgot, thankfully.
The Snark says, I'd rather be compared with height than my mom comparing how fat I am. Oh, no. No, my mom does that too. My mom, every single time I see her, says, you need to slow down. You drive too fast. Also, stop eating because you're too fat. Also, when are you going to graduate? Also, like, it's just like...
She's not wrong about
on
that
top of
first
the other.
one. You do
like,
drive kind of fast.
I drive at a average speed.
Yeah, average. All right, Kevin
85
Vega says,
is
I'm pretty sure I was
average.
98 pounds at my lightest, and I was still called fat. It never ends. The Snark says, the freaking Asian dichotomy. You're so fat, why aren't you eating more cake?
For real, though, my mom's like, oh, you're coming over here. Take all these egg rolls I just made. Take all of these to work. Also, eat some before you leave. Also, stop eating. You're so fat. I'm like, fuck, what?
Sherry Sue says, I hate how I look, but I've given up on my diet, at least for now. I need to lose about 20 to 25 pounds. If you put a 1 in front of that, that's what I need to lose.
I need to lose about 80. No. Like 60. If I lose 60, I'll be good.
60 max. If you lost more than 60, I'd be like, we're
if
going
I lost
to have
60,
an intervention now.
If I lost 60, I'd be heavier than when you met me.
You were incredibly unhealthily skinny when I met you.
Yeah, but I'd be heavier
because
than
you
that.
used to eat very infrequently. So you would want to be heavier than that. That's your goal.
Yeah.
Enzo Matrix says, I'm expecting to have a group of new Philly Spooky Fam members after seeing group of us wearing Scaryish merch. We'll see how that goes. We might scare them away. The Snark says, y'all, can we take a moment to appreciate Adam and Robin's really well-researched and kick-ass episode?
I really enjoyed that episode.
I did too. I worked my ass off on that script, so I appreciate the feedback.
The Snark says, oh no, at that Summerlin interview.
Captain Fig says, yes, they slay every time. Sherry Sue says it was awesome. The Snark said to Elizabeth Tree, you can call me Illuminati. Naughty. Yeah, the Summerlin interview was fucking... I mean, it was in Bullhead City about Summerlin, but Jesus Christ,
Captain Fake Guy. As soon as Adam said that about the guy interviewing, I just made this face.
When he said, I was just like, oh God, please leave. Maya says, sounds like I know that person you interviewed. I'm sure we all know someone that could be that person, you know? Cat's name is Watson.
Oh
so
my...
good to know.
Okay, is it named after Watson from Sherlock? Oh,
Isn't it
Captain Fake Guy
John?
says, I haven't decided if that makes me Sherlock or Crick. Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Laura Ann says, yes, need all the pictures of SpookyCon. I need to still design a sticker and print it and cut it out for everyone before the con. Oh, jeez.
Brie Ball says, yes, pics. Let my broke ass live through you. It's so funny.
Emanuel says, BRB, the humans are here. That's so funny. Glitch says, Idle Hand was not a cremation story. I'm What's Your Nerd says, cremate me, then flush me down the toilet for all I care. I'll be dead, so I'll have other things on my mind. We will have retro mini Polaroids for us going, oh shit, yeah! I'm gonna bring my Polaroid camera too because I also want pictures. Unless you guys don't mind just taking a bunch of pictures and giving them to me.
I would
see.
say if I'm going to be cremated, I want my family to be required to carry some of me in their pocket and throw me in the eyes of their enemies so I can beat up your enemies one last time before I'm gone. All right, I'm going to go ahead and run a 60-second ad over there on Twitch. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you will not get it. If you are a sub over on Twitch, you will also not get it, and it starts right now.
I don't mind donating my organs. I think I'm still kind of young, and I think some of them are still good.
I mean, most of my lungs are in fine. Most of my lungs of the two I have, most of my organs are in good working condition.
I got fatty liver going on, so that's not going anywhere probably. But my heart's still good. I have arrhythmia sometimes, but that's because I drink too much caffeine. And everything else should be good. My eyes, I'm not 20/20 or anything, so you're gonna have to wear glasses, but it'll be fine. At least you can see.
I don't wear glasses.
I don't know
smoke.
what other organs are there that
I only
people
drink
want. My kidneys are all right.
Cream in a week.
I think my kidneys are all right. I haven't fucked them up too bad yet.
My liver, I don't know. It's got some city miles on it. You probably don't want my liver. I'm just saying. That's a 10-year period where I pushed it to the limit. I was running it at red line for a while, so ASP Bunny says they wouldn't want my body.
This narc says, Adam, 100% I will throw you in people's eyes.
Canada Vegas says, I'll be dead, but donate all my organs. I won't need that shit anymore. Glitch says, fuck all that. I lost 60 pounds on keto and understand I am a bear. I won't anything else. I am stunning. LOL. Hell yeah.
This narc says, Robin is foie gras. You know what? If you want to cook up this fatty liver, fuck yeah, do it. It probably doesn't taste too good though.
I think it would be delicious.
Oh my god, what's this? I'm an organ donor and an orgasm donor. Nice. All right, your turn, babe.
All right, I'll bring us back from it. Marking it.
Let's just leave it on that.
Leave it on orgasm donor. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into my second and my last, but the third of the 4 creepypastas we're going to be reading for this episode.
So unnecessary.
And this one's called Too Early to Trick or Treat.
It's never too early to trick or treat.
I have not read this one yet. I just saw that it was called Too Early to Trick or Treat, and I'm like, fuck yes,
when did you used to start trick or treating?
October 31st.
No, in the day.
Oh, probably when the sun started going down after I got home from school, probably around 5 or 6.
Whoa,
so I'm pretty sure trick or treating ended for us around 7 or 8. So we trick or treat for 2 or 3 hours at most.
I feel like we used to trick or treat for so fucking long.
It feels like that because you're walking, but you're also collecting candy, which is fucking toy. All right, Too Early to Trick or Treat is the name of this. It starts out like this: I'm in desperate need of help. If anyone is reading this, could you please give me some insight? It would be greatly appreciated. I'm aware that some or most of you may be hardcore horror fans like myself. That's why I'm coming to you with a serious problem.
You can eat that next candy bar you have in your hand. It's okay.
I've always been a fan of horror. I always enjoyed a good jump scare or a creepy feeling that kept me up. However, what I've been going through for the past 10 years is something I can't understand. I'm a 40-year-old man. I'm happily married, and I have 3 children who all go to different universities. Every year, my wife and I would get extremely excited around the fall season. The reason for that is particularly because we both love Halloween.
Nice.
We would always spend a good few grand on decorations and
not
candy.
Not so nice. Too much. No.
I feel like this was written by a kid.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's way too much money on decorations and candy.
You can set up for Halloween with maybe a couple $100 that's for decorations and candy.
Also,
that's even buying that 12-foot tall skeleton.
Yeah,
does not cost $1,000.
I also like to point out they're 40. They have 3 kids and they all go to different universities. If you math that, you were fucking and having kids. You had like your first kid like 18 or 19. Unless your kids are dropping out of high school, taking their GED, and somehow getting into college.
You got 3 kids in college.
Not trying to shit on your story or anything.
I know, but it's like, say the youngest kid is 8. You'd have to have one that's 18, 19, and 20.
Maybe you got a kid that's 17. Maybe you got a kid that's 14 that's a super genius. Either way, you're only fucking... I'm 36, man. I have no kids. This does not ring true for me. All right, I'm going to keep going. The reason for that is because they love Halloween. They love spending money, okay? We were known as the go-to house in our neighborhood for scoring a motherload of delicious treats.
The one year Adam bought full-size candy
big dog
bars,
the whole neighborhood.
No one showed up.
No one showed up.
No one showed up.
No one came to trick or treat.
And so we had buckloads of full-size
80 full-size candy bars. And now I'm 20 pounds heavier. Go figure.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure we ate them all.
All right. However, as I mentioned, something strange occurred 10 years ago. One night, my wife and I were enjoying a little quality time together. Wink, wink. It doesn't say that. When we got an unexpected knock at the door. I answered it and was nearly knocked off my feet from the sudden scare. When I opened the door, I was greeted by a large person in a yellow rabbit costume. They looked like a mascot. At further examination, the costume was a little unsettling. The head of the costume contained massive cartoon eyes and ears that were quite long. The whole costume was pretty impressive. It looked like one of those full-body costumes you couldn't just find in a store. I think there's a furry at your door, dude. It was like one of those suits you would have to pay a pretty penny for online. The bunny held a small jack-o'-lantern bucket in his hands. He proceeded to hold it forward without saying a word. This is where the problem comes in. This happened in the early part of September. As you can imagine, we didn't have any candy to give the poor fellow. I didn't want to be rude. I thought this just could have been a confused person. There was no way it was a child. The person was huge. They had to have been at least 6.5 feet tall. I'm sorry. It's a little bit too early for treats. Why don't you come back in October? We'll definitely have something for you then, I said. The bunny simply looked down at his empty bucket, turned his back, and skipped along down the street. Naturally, we found the situation quite bizarre.
It's a little too late for Easter, a little too early for Halloween.
This is true.
He's just confused, a little lost.
This wouldn't necessarily be a cry for help if it ended there.
Oh, okay.
The next time, it was in late December.
What?
Snow was practically pelting down on the town. That's when we received a knock at the door. I answered and was greeted by the bunny-suited individual again. The suit looked visibly dirty, as if it hadn't been taken off in who knows how long. The funny thing is, this person never came to my house on October 31st, not a single time. I tried to be nice again and told the person there was no candy. I also told him he should probably find some shelter from the blizzard. There was no way I was letting him in my house.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Don't let strangers into your house, especially those dressed as bunny men.
Or children with black eyes.
Oh, yeah.
The next time it happened was in the middle of January. At this point, I was quite frankly getting a little bit irritated and uncomfortable. I even informed the local authorities of this guy. I could legally say he was harassing me and my house. All these years, the police never came up with anything. I let this go on for 5 years before we decided to move.
What?
One time, I even answered the door with my gun and threatened violence. Apparently, that didn't intimidate him in the slightest.
Did they not get one of those Ring cameras that can just...
show you who's at your door?
Yes.
Did you not get one of those things called a fucking peephole so you stop answering the door? After we moved about 2... Peephole's a really weird name for that, by the way. After we moved about 2 miles...
You're peeping into the hole.
I know. It's just like, it should be called a creep hole. Let's be real. No. After you flip it around, it's called a creep hole.
What?
Peephole, flip it around. There's an episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's like, I have nothing to hide. I always want people to know if I'm home. I'm going to flip my peephole around so I have a reverse peephole so people can look into my apartment.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying it should be called a creep hole. Okay.
Oh my
For a few
God.
months, nothing happened. Until one day, I got a knock at the door. I didn't think it would be him because everything seemed fine. We didn't have any problems for a while. However, when I answered, it was surely the costumed rabbit person again. His costume was completely filthy. I could see large accumulations of dust and spider webs. I could even see little sorry, I tripped over that word because it's fucking disgusting. I could even see little spiders crawling over his body. It was as if the costume was beginning to rot. No matter how many times I threatened violence or snapped on the guy, he would always come back. This is what I need help with. A few days ago, he came back. I was reluctant to answer the door. Why the fuck are you still answering the door?
Don't answer the door, call the cops, and wait for the cops to show up.
He goes on, it never worked before anyways. This time when I answered, I could see splats of a dried red substance along his mouth and torso.
Oh, shut.
I just wanted this encounter to be over with, so I reached in my pocket and handed him some peppermints. Surprisingly, he shook his head to say no.
You gotta put your hand up to his mouth and then he'll just chomp it like it.
I have to admit that I'm stupid. For the first time in 10 years, I asked him the question I never thought to ask. What do you want? You've been dealing with this fucking thing for 10 years and you've never asked this guy what he wants. You threatened violence with a gun first, but you never asked him what he wanted? Okay, let's keep going. His body went still for a few seconds. Then he extended his bucket towards me and gestured. Jesus Christ, Adam.
It's a head.
He used a gesture. He extended his bucket towards me and gestured for me to look inside.
It's a head.
I nearly vomited at the sight. Inside his bucket, there was a heart.
Oh, no.
For my own conscience, I chose to believe it wasn't a human heart, but I have doubts.
Depends on the size.
In an act of defense, I punched the bunny right in his face. His soft cotton head went flying into my front lawn. What I saw then has kept me up ever since. Under the mask, there was nothing.
He's Alphonse.
There was no person. It was just empty. I looked over in the yard at the discarded head. I swear for a split second, I saw the head blink. The eyes blinked. Before I could even process what was happening, the body ran towards the head. It picked up its head and ran at an inhuman speed. It should have hopped away. Let's be real. That would have been hilarious. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to deal with this. I could honestly use some help. I've gone to the police. I've gone to my kids. Everyone thinks my wife and I are crazy. Those are some pretty shitty kids. I'm desperate for help. I'm afraid that my life and that of my wife are on the line. Why? Because this morning something was written on my front door. See you on Halloween for one last time.
Move
I'm
further than
that,
just 2 miles away.
Just use your fucking gun. I'm taking that as a threat. We've already decided that we'll be leaving town for Halloween. I don't know if it'll matter. Will it find us like it did the first time? Why is it coming for us? Why the hell even is it? What? Damn it. What the hell even is it? If anyone has any solutions or answers, please let me know. Halloween is quickly approaching. We're running out of time. And if a big yellow rabbit comes to your door on Halloween or any time, slam the door in its fucking face. So, okay, this one was written by HoodQuest. Thank you so much, HoodQuest, for writing that. If a big yellow rabbit comes to your door, please remember this is a fictional story and you do not want to strike a child or a grown-up in a big yellow costume. However, if this whole thing was real, I would have assaulted this rabbit way earlier than 10 years later. I would also have asked it what it wanted way earlier than that. And if I saw that there was nothing in the costume, I mean...
He should have looked inside the costume, at the back of it, seen that there was an alchemy symbol made with blood, and then wiped it. I hate you
so much. I hate you. I would just recommend using many different weapons to try and assault this thing. I would prefer a flamethrower in this case. I mean, if this bunny exists and you have all this fucking money to go out and buy thousands of dollars of decorations and candy each year, you can afford a fucking flamethrower, let's be real. So I think that would be the best. Kill it with fire. That's going to be my advice for it. So,
okay.
Pretty good story. Thank you so much for writing that. HoodQuest one more time. All right, so we're boring Robin. Let's look over to stream chat. See what you folks had to say so we can wake her up and put some pep in her step.
Wake me up. Wake me up inside.
Also, Sherry Sue redeemed a high five.
Woo!
I think I only
that was a good one.
Drank 5. Like dust flew off me or something. It was dead skin on your hand. I don't know what it was. I'm only at 5 drinks. I'm going to go up to 6 because Sherry Sue, that was the drink. Actually, I'm saying I Am Beef Trainer redeemed the 6th drink, and I forgot to say it.
I don't know how many I've had.
My beer is almost gone, so I want to do it before we got to it. All right.
It's cold. Ugh.
I mean, you have giant ice cubes in it. AC1A says, I have an old family friend that gave his body to science and is a university cadaver.
That's kind of cool.
Captain Vega says, oh yeah, we had a lot of people donate. That's how we had bodies for our anatomy lab.
Oof.
That's a really great sacrifice. I'm going to keep scrolling here.
Snark says, tastes like soju. What tastes like soju? Oh yeah, my liver. 911 girl said, did you read it earlier where she was like, did you ask her if she...
I read it.
How you liking the rain, girl?
Laura Ann says, I miss trick-or-treating. There should be adult trick-or-treating. Adults like candy too. Captain Vega says, oh man, I also miss trick-or-treating. Captain Vega could totally just go trick-or-treating and pretend that you're fucking 16. They'd be like, aren't you a little old? And then they'd still give you candy.
That's fucked up, but probably.
Sherry Sue says, we came back from trick-or-treating around 8:30 or 9. I'd be all over adult trick-or-treating, maybe candy and wine.
I want to do trick-or-treating where we have a table out in the driveway. We have candy for kids and then just little tiny bottles of booze for adults.
Yeah, I want to make the kids fight for the full-size ones, and then the second place kid gets like the fun-size ones. Call it the loser-size ones. All right. Ken Vega says, except that one asshole house that handed out toothbrushes because the parents were dentists or something. It's the worst. Snark says, y'all, I'm married to a lighting designer. He wants to spend thousands on our decorations. Yeah, but I'm sure Larry wouldn't be the kind of person who would just throw them in the trash afterwards. Apparently, this is what these people do since they spend thousands every year.
Like you invest in good decorations 1 year, and then each year you just get the stuff that you can't reuse, like webs. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth says, I'm 33 and I have 5 kids. Oldest is almost 16, got pregnant at 17. Exactly. By the time you're 40, all of your kids won't be in college, though. Because you have a youngest somewhere, and that youngest wouldn't also be in college.
Right.
All right.
That is the conundrum.
I'm What's Your Name says, there was a community near where I work where they all drove to a parking lot and did trick-or-treating out of their trunks. Seemed like a bad idea to teach kids it's okay to approach strangers' car trunk as long as they are offering free candy. That does seem pretty dumb.
Captain Fake Eye is the same age as me, and she's a fucking doctor. I'm a failure.
Captain Fake Eye is younger than me, and she's a fucking doctor. Says, I'm 31 and have a fur baby that is 9. LOL, he probably won't be accepted to college, though.
Yui is not college material. Namaria, maybe. Yui, no.
Yeah, the Snark says, I had never heard about trunk or treat before, and my coworker was telling me about how his church did a trunk or treat. He didn't mention it was for people who are in the church, so I was like, You teach your kids to take candy from strangers' trunks. He was not amused. That's still a bad idea. I don't even care if you. It's
I don't like
people
trunk
you know.
or treat.
Trunk or treat is a bad idea. Laura, I mean, you can just tell people that trunk or treated met Ted Bundy, and that's why some of that stuff went down. Laura Ann says, "What if you dress your fur babies in costumes? Can you go trick or treating then?" I think that'd be fucking hilarious if you were trick or treating. It was you and your dogs, and you're like, "You got any dog food?"
What the? You got dog treats in there?
Captain Vega says Watson would not tolerate being dressed up. He is a noble Siberian prince.
Yui is okay with getting dressed up. Namaria rips all her clothes
It's
off.
not true. We gave her a sweater that she fucking loved. Remember, I tried to take it off and she bit me. But the thing was, she couldn't sit down because it was like too tight. So like we always make them sit down for treats. We're like, sit, and she was like, she started to sit and then she just stopped. I'm like, look, you like, it's not gonna happen. But I look good, right? Give me my fucking treat. And I used to put both of them in a Bears jersey that I got for a doggo, and I haven't done that in a while.
I think they're both too big for it. Maybe
I think
Namaria
it
will
might
fit.
fit Namaria.
Glitch says the Energizer Bunny. The Energizer Bunny batteries go on and on and on in human hearts sometimes.
Seems about right. Snark says circle of salt glue. Use janky salt glue.
Yeah, janky salt glue. Glitch says, Texas, knock on my door. I have 9 reasons that rabbit won't be back.
I mean, if you had a gun, you were already threatening violence. It is pretty
Wait.
shocking to me that somehow.
Your gun only has 9 bullets in it?
I mean, I don't know what gun he's using, so. ASP Bunny says Alphonse has a new body. LOL. Trunks is home and enjoying a Moscato Tinto. Cool. Someone over on Facebook made a comment. Says Facebook user on this, but if I go to it, I will be able to see it. It is Courtney. What up? Steve's mom does that. Is what Courtney says.
Wait, does what?
I'm wondering too. I think it's trunk or treating.
Oh, okay.
Scary shit, bro.
The Snark says, give them some honeycomb cakes. Yo, that part of
Squid Game.
Squid Game, man.
Squid Game has 40 million more views
Than Bridgerton.
which was the #1 viewed show on Netflix of all time. Squid Game
give out toothbrushes.
has them. Give out toothbrushes.
What a
Gotcha.
monster.
What is wrong with her? Why would she do that? Oh my God.
But no, man, I would be like him too, licking the shit out of those honeycomb cookies. Hell yeah.
Okay.
But I think if you suck on it, it's way faster.
I mean, it's a giant circle. If you can fit your mouth around it and then suck on it, suck out the umbrella and spit it at the squid guy. Like, there you go, fucker. All right. I'm B-Tran says, Robin, you can actually pass out Fireball whiskey candy. It's a fairly large bag for $13.99 at the Kroger nearest us.
Ooh.
Interesting. God, that drives me crazy. Like, oh, here's a toothbrush. It's like, how dare you think I'm going to brush
says,
my
you
teeth?
guys, you have to put 4 wings on your corgi's butt and call it Morris.
That's funny. Which says, yes, Glock 9. I have 9 clip and a 24. LOL.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? It only has 9?
Elisa says, I love seeing what Jenna Marbles and Julian's dog get dressed up as for Halloween.
Who's Jenna Marbles?
Jenna Marbles is a streamer, pretty sure. So,
I don't know.
all right.
Latreia says, hubby and I love Squid Game. We all love fucking Squid Game. Chunkster says, I started watching Hotel de Luna. It's pretty good. I think it's actually really good, too. Enzo Matrix says, Utah's lame. I want Fireball candy.
That's
Glitch
funny.
says, I also have a shotgun. One of my friends he had a whole slew of guns. I don't know if he still does. He might have sold it when he moved. But he had a shotgun, and someone tried to break into his house one time. They jumped over the wall, the concrete wall behind his house.
It was Brett, right?
Yeah.
He was on the show.
Yeah. And they came into the backyard and came up to the glass door at the back and tried to get in. And so my friend just takes his shotgun and goes up to the glass door and cocks his shotgun because it's a very distinct sound. And he's like, you might want to get the fuck out of here. And he ran. That guy ran so fast.
We got several people saying they have not seen Squid Game. It is good. I mean, it's gruesome. It's brutal. But it's like Hunger Games-esque, except that they have more of a choice in it. And I enjoyed it. So, all right, we have one creepypasta left, and it is Robin's. We are also at 7.
So nice.
We're also at 7:55, so we're definitely running late. Gonna mark it and let you take it over from here.
All right. So the title of this creepypasta is titled "I Didn't Have a Voice Until You Read This." I didn't have a voice until you read this.
Congratulations, you're welcome.
Let me explain. I was voiceless, but I still existed. We all did. We've been here ever since the first men peered fearfully out of their caves into the deep, still darkness beneath a moonless sky and thought, what could be hiding out there? Us. We were. I've been with you since you were a child. Remember those times when you woke up in the night inconsolable, tears streaming down your face until the grown-ups came and reassured you? There's nothing there, they'd say. There's nothing to fear. They were wrong. It was me. Under your bed, in the wardrobe, under the stairs. It was always me.
This sounds like that little speech the devil gives in Impossible Planet.
Impossible Planet?
From
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who. It's because they find like this impossible planet that shouldn't exist that's like suspended perfectly outside of a black hole where if anything happens to it, it'll fall into the black hole. And it's the prison for like the ultimate evil. And so Doctor Who is like, you know, which one of the religion's bad guys are you? And the thing is like, all of them. So, okay, continue.
I'm with you now, constantly. Your fears bonded us forever. When you see that flicker of movement out of the corner of your eye as you walk home alone on a deserted
on a dessert run for cake.
Fuck yeah. On a deserted street at night, when you hear that creaking floorboard just outside your bedroom door as you cower under your blankets, the prickling sensation on the back of your neck as if you're being watched when you could have sworn you were by yourself. It's always me. It always was. I'm not a demon. I'm not a ghost.
That's exactly what a demon ghost would say.
I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster or some creeping boogeyman. My kind are what we are. You may have heard of the Tibetan tulpas being summoned into existence through sheer force of will and concentration. I suppose that is the closest that man has ever come to finding a term that describes me and my kin. We come from belief, too, that irrational fear of the dark, the terror of the unknown, the horrors that tiptoe through your nightmares and return suddenly without warning during the waking hours, filling you with dread. You know it's silly to be scared. You chastise yourself, face flush, tutting and sighing, chiding. Shut up.
Childing. One who childs.
Where was it? Chiding your rogue imagination for such fanciful and nonsensical behavior, but you do it again, and again, and again. There's a part of your brain that won't be told otherwise. Maybe that's what keeps us here, or maybe we're the reason it won't ever be quiet. Which do you think it is? I know. Just like I know that your mind is the world's greatest gift to us. Until you started to read this, I didn't have a voice. Now, as your treacherous consciousness speaks these words aloud inside the confines of your mind, it's my voice that you're hearing. It seems strange to me, not the voice I would have chosen, but it's the one with which your fear has bequeathed me. The voice that haunts you the most, the tone most likely to cause you to shiver and break into a cold, helpless sweat, has become mine because of what we share. And we shared a lot, you and I, a whole lifetime. Every single day. I'm watching you now, studying you as you stare nervously at your glowing screen, praying that its light will be enough to protect you from the things in the shadows, because I think I might be the first of my kind to realize something about the way things are between us. I watch you all the time, even when you're sleeping, stood at the foot of your bed, gazing down at you. I know when you're thinking of me. I hear the whimpers and the gasps. I hear the involuntary jolts.
See, you see it.
What? I see, said the blind man.
That's my dad's most famous saying. When he realizes something, he goes, I see, said the blind man.
I see the involuntary jolts and shudders, and I smile. You're picturing me doing it, aren't you? Go on, imagine me standing there in your room, my shadow looming over your prone, terrified body, my wide grin showing my glinting teeth in the moonlight. Thank you. Before you did that, I never had a face. Now you've given me one, the face of your darkest phobias. I like it. It was the only face I could ever have worn. In the short time it's taken you to read my story, you've already given me a voice and a face. I wonder what gifts you'll bestow upon me tomorrow. Maybe in time, I'll be able to touch you.
A dick for a nose. You're welcome. Everyone's picturing it now. Flump.
Squidward. Just
Would you
imagine.
rather have a dick for a nose or a vagina for a mouth? You decide.
Just imagine my hot breath against your ear, my icy fingers on the nape of your neck, my teeth and claws sliding into your trembling, yielding flesh. Thank you. Oh, what fun we're going to have.
When he talked about his hot breath and his icy fingers, like, that was nice for a second there, and then he had to go and talk about stabbing me with his fingers.
I don't even want to hear about hot breath against your ear because you hate it.
I don't. It's because you're violent. You're like,
No. If I get anywhere near here, look at this shit.
I flinched because you beat me. Everyone knows that. Everyone who watches sees it happen all the time.
I will fist punch you.
Fist punches. Robin calls punching because she's creepy and has a sexual element to everything.
How is fist
I will
punching?
fist punch you. What other kinds of punches are there,
I know,
Robin?
but, like,
a
how
foot
is
punch
that
is called
sexual?
a foot punch is called a kick. The fuck is wrong with you? How is that not sexual? I'm gonna be fisting punching you.
I didn't say you're saying fisting. That is a you problem.
You said fist. That's also a verb. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna have to take some of that out. It was a good thing. It was a good story. I think a lot of people are really into this. Like, I don't exist until you read that I exist, which means that the story wouldn't exist. I do think that everyone has sort of a normal fear of the dark. And also the funniest thing about the story's premise is that you're encouraging people to stop reading it. So it's kind of funny. And if I have that much control over you that, like, if I imagine it, that's what you become, I would totally cover this thing with penises. I'm like, oh, penis for nose, penis for mouth, penis for arms, but you don't get a dick. Sorry. So that's just how my imagination works.
But their body would be entirely made of dicks.
Yeah, except where the dick would go. They'd have a dick for a fupa, but they wouldn't have a dick for a dick.
All I'm thinking of is, like, there's a Bella Delphine video out there for that. All right.
Wow, Robin. That's wow. All right. Anyways, credit to SP Hickey for writing that.
Hinckley's a good name, though.
Yeah. Just like that one fucking guy who killed people.
Who's
All
the
right.
one guy that killed people?
Isn't it like, no. There's a Hinckley out there. I'm pretty sure it was a murderer. What matters? There's got to be a murderer out there with the last name Hinckley. I had a Hinky? Yeah, I had a no.
Damn it! It's your old
gym
man
teacher
brain
named Hinky,
getting
I'm
to
pretty
you.
sure. It's my back getting to me. It's actually starting to hurt. Okay, that was a solid last story. Let's read some of this stream chat, and then I'm going to set up. Nope, not today. I'm going to evaluate it today. And then I'm going to set up marbles on stream. That's what I'm trying to spit out here.
Sounds like M&M's.
It does. All right. I'm annoyed because they're not higher in milligrams. It's the same thing that we already have.
Oh, I thought it said 500 milligrams.
I
They're
fucking
just
wish it said
200.
500 milligrams.
Just chug 4 of them.
I would chug 4 of them for an 800 milligram dose. All right, let's go
So
ahead
then
and
do
read.
8 of
Let's
them.
read this fucking stream chat. Jesus Christ, how many fucking times do I have to say it? We're already at 8:04.
You shut your fucking
See?
mouth,
You
bitch.
see, she pays no attention, and then when I get cross with her, she has to slap me. Glitch says, be smart, learn gun training, and learn how to shoot your gun. Also shop S-Smart, stop as smart, shop S-Smart. All right, keep scrolling there. Sherry Sue also has not watched Squid Games. Lauren says, I did like the Hunger Games. Bree has not watched the Hunger Games either. Enzo Matrix says to IMB Trainer, yes, I'll be there. Gonna keep scrolling. Laura Ann says, oh man, boozy candy, LOL. Is it actually boozy or just the flavor? All boozy candies don't taste like good booze and don't taste like good candy for me. So I'm just like, I'd rather have a chocolate bar and rum separately.
I hate when people give me those boxes of chocolates that have liquor in them.
They're little liquor bottles that are made of chocolate.
I fucking hate them. They're the worst. It's like you obviously bought this at Costco for like $15 and I can't eat any of it because it sucks.
I hope we have friends that are watching right now that have given us one of those. They're
No,
like,
it's my mom's
I knew
friends.
it. That's funny. Chung says, LOL, all I can think of is Hello Darkness, my old friend.
Hello,
Sherry Sue
darkness,
said,
my old
I love when I went to Bermuda, we brought home rum cake. It was so good. That actually sounds really good. Glitch says, it sounds more like the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red. Not sure which
Sleep
that
with
one is.
one eye open.
Snark says, the creature's voice sounds a lot like a podcaster I know. Stab and Stitch over there on YouTube says, perfect company for Brisbane's stormy weather today. Nice.
Is it Brisbane or is it Brisbane?
I'm sure it's pronounced differently based off of if you're from there. Lauren says, I'm not having luck finding this candy. Must be an Ohio thing, LOL. Keep scrolling here.
Glitch, or the snark says glitch. Monster ghost daddy.
Wow. Elisa says, I literally choked at Dick for nose. Good. It's a solid joke. Red Keto says, poor Adam getting beaten up. This is the story of my life. Glitch says, I've heard about 500 milligrams today. Lidry says, John Hinckley tried to assassinate President Reagan. I knew there was someone named Hinckley that did that.
Let's see.
Brisbane is what ASB Bunny says. Is how we're supposed to pronounce it. Chunkster says, I get it, Robin. LOL, thanks, but no thanks. I prefer my Godiva chocolate, right? Don't ruin chocolate. Don't ruin booze by mixing those two things together.
Enzo Matrix says, my favorite blind man quote is, I see, said the blind man as he peed in the wind. It's all coming back to me now.
Wow.
It's a good one.
All right. I'm moving our chat window, and I'm going to get marbles rolling. Get it? Rolling.
Oh, my God. ASB Bunny said, vagina for a mouth. Imagine how good kissing would be. Sorry, not sorry.
All right. Game stream. Marbles. Fire up the game. All right. Good stuff. Oh, another fucking update. We just got a new season. For the love of God, are you serious?
Oh, this is an
so
hour.
Annoying. Yeah, it's because their fucking updates make you completely reinstall everything that's ever been installed for them. Fuck you, Marbles on stream.
I had a 6 gig update for Genshin today.
Like, this thing is only 44 megs, but it's going to install 8.2 gigs. So dumb.
Oof.
It's so dumb. I'm so annoyed right now. Snark says, look, there it is regarding the lost library in the desert.
Toph is from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I was like, I don't know what the fuck that's about, but I'm sure Robin will.
Elizabeth Tree redeemed. High five.
You're so bad at high fives. These are just assaults. That's all this is. Don't even.
I will assault you if you want.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust. My back is not cooperating right now, so not comfortable. I fucking hate Marbles for putting in another stupid fucking update that I have to install 8.2 gigs for. Fucking ridiculous bullshit. 41 minutes to patch something. Oh, no, it's a 16. Also, your installer sucks. Anyone who's from Marbles, your game is fun, your updates suck, your installer is bullshit. Why do I have to install the full fucking game every time you do a 44 meg update? Just saying, it's stupid.
Also, I packaged all of the sticker requests that I know of. If you did it on Facebook or Insta, remind me, because I have not checked those. I checked our email and I checked any Etsy messages that I got. But other than that...
Yeah, you're not burping or anything.
But other than that, you'll have to remind me. I did all of the Patreon sticker envelopes yesterday. And so those have to go out. But if you had a Marbles win, there were some requests that I got to that were like 2 months ago, dude. I am so sorry. But I got them. I packaged them. They're finally going out. Holy sweet baby jerseys.
You did notice the ones that said, like, just bring my thing to SpookyCon, right?
Yeah, but I just put it in an envelope anyway. It's easier for me to remember.
I liked it for the people that said, just bring it to SpookyCon. The first thing they're going to think when they see us is, oh, man, I'm so disappointed because they don't have the thing I asked them to bring. I'm just kidding. Don't get mad at me. Stop fucking hitting me because I start moving you away with my arms and then you start knocking stuff over and then you blame me
Maybe you should
for not allowing myself to be assaulted.
Just let me assault you.
No.
Why are you so salty?
Because you're being a twat right now. All right. Let's go ahead and scroll to the bottom. See what we got. Damn it. It's not scrolling. Red Keto says, say no to assault, Adam. It doesn't matter what I say.
Latreia says, can't wait to get my sticker. Yay. Liz Beatrice says, I'll send an email for mine this time. 911 Girl says, good night, y'all. Going back to work. Have a good rest of your night.
Indeed. They're trying to get in from Marbles, but the Marbles guys are fucking jerk offs. I'm so pissed right now.
Yeah, they are a bunch of jerk offs.
That's because I'm in pain and I'm angry. And it's like, for the love of fucking God, why are you making this? You just started a new fucking season, man. Like, why do we have another fucking patch? And why do I have to install the whole game? I've already ranted about this. It's just stupid. It's just stupid.
I might as well ask everybody in chat because I am making these little lanyard things, what types of designs do you guys want to see on them? Do you want just a pattern? Do you want like character? I'm trying to figure out what you guys want. What do y'all want?
Just tell me what you want.
Just tell me what you want.
You know what my favorite nursery rhyme is?
What?
Mary had a little lanyard.
The snark said dicks.
Dicks.
I'm not making dicks. I have one design done, and it just says Scaryish, and it has like our cat and bear logo on the other side. But I'm trying to think of other things. And what's rough is that I have to order 100 pieces of each, and we have 50 or so patrons that are $10 and above. So there's going to be some out there that we'll have to use for giveaways or something like that. But yeah.
Snark says, what's your zodiac sign? Latreia says, anything that's not too much work for you. Lauren says, what kind of pattern?
I don't know. I was thinking spider webs or something. Something not cheesy, though, because I feel like everybody does that. So I'm trying to decide. I have no fucking clue.
Sherry Sue says, ghosty cats and dogs. Something cute.
Snark says, what's my zodiac sign? I'm a Scorpio. Wait, zodiac sign. I am a snake.
Yep.
I am a big old
Zodiac is Scorpio.
Snake.
Snake is Lunar New Year. Or lunar sign. Whatever.
Zodiac sign is a snake.
Zodiac?
Yeah.
I mean, there's two zodiacs is my point. There's lunar zodiac and then there's whatever the other zodiac's called. Doesn't matter. She's a snake and a Scorpio. She's a twat. That's what it comes down to. You add those two things together and it's just a really intolerable person to be around. I'm kidding. I'm really just trying to fish to get myself hit.
Glitch says, do all the cryptid designs that you've done 100%. Wait, so like on the lanyard, just have all the cryptids I've done so far. Oh, that actually makes sense. But it's too small, right? It'll be too tiny. I'm trying to see if I have a lanyard around here somewhere. I definitely do. I got to figure out what it would look like. All
right, we're finally here. Go ahead and type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race. I agree with Captain Fake Guy's statement of Taurus would be best because Taurus is the best. All right, let's get this voting started.
Wow, there's a lot of Tauruses. Tauruses.
There's tourists here?
AC Bunny says, just having the creature pattern would be cool. All right. Because someone said they like the demon character. Oh, man, I'll figure something out.
I'm going to switch it to see which ones we haven't raced yet, too.
Red Kiddo says, are you guys Taurus and Scorpio? We are. I'm Scorpio. He's Taurus. The Lord.
Taurus.
That's what I said.
I said tourist.
Fuck you. The Snark says, a Scaryish lanyard? Don't you mean a pin receptacle? Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, except for it's going to be a one of those mini ones. It's not going to be the long neck ones. It's going to be one of those, the ones that are like that big, that you like hook onto your keys or something. I was thinking of doing one of those like flight tags. Have you seen those, the embroidered ones? But they are so expensive to make. They're like so expensive.
Kind of. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure.
Red Kiddo says, Laura Ann and I are Scorpio and Taurus too. Cute, 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 cute. That's hilarious. The Snark says, I keep hearing the Pokemon Tauros. Tauros? That's a badass Pokemon too.
It is.
What is the name of the one that's a cow?
Right now, I don't know. Marble Centauri, track number 18, has the most votes. That is the one.
Miltank.
Miltank.
Yes.
That is the one that has all the planets, so that'll be fun to race.
Oh, I was like, Miltank doesn't have a bunch of planets, has a bunch of titties, so.
Gonna give it one more scroll by, and then we'll start it up with Marble Centauri. Unless something else takes the lead in that meantime. Cool. Dead air. Snark says, Whitney's Nightmare Cow? Yes, that's the one. Lizard says milk tank. I think that's what they're actually called. Isn't that what cow means in Latin? Milk tank. All right, Marble Centauri. I'm tired of waiting for this thing to scroll. Marble Centauri has at least 6 votes. It does. That's what we're going to be racing. We haven't raced it this season. Let's jump in there. Don't forget, if you would like to participate right now, type in exclamation point play to get your marble on stream. All right.
Sorry. Let me get to Twitch.
All right, starting the countdown. You have 60 seconds from right now. We only have 12 marbles. I know there's way more of you watching than that. Go ahead and start typing exclamation point play to get that marble.
Wow,
a chance to win.
A lot of the streamers I follow are actually streaming right now.
Yeah, I was trying to scroll through mine, and there was a really long list. All right, we are up to 15. Nice. 16 now. Good to see.
I want to get 69 marbles in here one day, just so I can say nice.
17.
My sister never gets on the streams anymore, and it's real fucking annoying.
It's okay. You usually say mean things about her anyways and I have to yell at you for saying them.
We're going to go see Rad tomorrow. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Rad. It is a BMX movie from the fucking 80s, and I am so jacked. It is the anniversary for this movie, and they're playing it in theaters.
She almost vomited because this movie sucks so bad. Just saying it out loud made her gag.
And I'm excited. Adam's going to hate it. I love this movie. It is awful.
I
and
haven't
great
been
at the
told
same
that this
time.
movie's supposed to actually be good. I've been told this movie's supposed to be bad, so I might enjoy it. What theater is it at?
South Point.
Okay, cool. I'll have
Don't
popcorn.
stalk us, people.
I'll have popcorn. I'll be fine. All right, first one out of the box is Enzo Matrix. We'll see.
Oh my
who
God,
winds up
Enzo Matrix, thank you so much for donating.
$40.69.
69 cents. Nice.
Nice. That makes it. That makes our stream goal right now at 69.69.
Thank you so freaking much.
All right, Enzo Matrix is in the lead. However, there is this spot where you can be launched over the Earth, and I believe the record that we had set before came from that. Also, never forget that we set a world record last week, so that was pretty fun.
Oh no, Lizard
Tree's going for the shortcut. You have to bounce off the Earth. You have to get to the other side. Lizard Tree and Glitch, they make water impacts, so the West Coast is pretty much gone. But other than that, I think we'll be okay. Enzo Matrix is still in the lead. However,
I just realized
Alice in Wonderland just took the lead.
One side of the planet is dark because of that's how the sun works.
Yep, that's the sun. This is the dark side. That's how that works.
Wow.
All right. Looks like Alice in Wonderland is still in first place. Chunkster is now vying for first place and takes it. Enzo Matrix is in third. Dinosaur is in fourth.
The Snark
Ghost
says
Dunk is in fifth.
The Snark says, "Aw, since the days of McShake and Bake."
Also, I would like to say thank you to Ghost Dunk for noticing that Travis McElroy was looking for true crime. No, I think he said he wanted spooky.
He wanted spooky urban
cryptid
legend
or urban legend content for Urban Legend podcast, and he recommended us. I also posted that over to our Discord to ask all of our Discord folks to recommend us as well, because it would just be super cool if Travis McElroy listened to our show.
I know Captain Fake Eye definitely tweeted about it to Travis McElroy and
I believe
stuff
Elizabeth
too.
Tree did as well. There's
You guys
several
are
other
awesome.
folks. It was just very nice to see
I just
Chunkster making the jump.
If we could hang out with them, I just want to be Griffin's best friend.
I don't know. Want to be rich, so being an honorary McElroy brother wouldn't be too bad, though.
What was the name that you said was going to replace Jefferson Tallpipe?
Oh, it was John Cena's. He says someone asks him how wrestlers come up with their nickname, and he said that his name was Dick Hammerbush. I was like, that's a good fucking name. When I order myself Chipotle, they ask you to put a name for each item, so I always name my item Jefferson Tallpipe. It's a good fucking name. Sounds very regal. All right, Alice in Wonderland still trying to catch up to Chunkster. This is the boring part.
The Snark says, I want to hang out with their wives.
That's funny. They probably have amazing stories to tell about how stupid those guys are. I know Sydney McElroy and, what's the other one?
That TV show they had for 2 seconds there is pretty funny.
The one on Verve or whichever service it was. Sydney is super fucking cool. And I'm trying to think of... Teresa is Griffin's, I'm pretty sure.
I know none of them.
I get them mixed up. I'm a terrible person. I apologize. I mean, it took me like 2 years and 3 times of listening to Adventure Zone to figure out, oh no, Alice in Wonderland has fallen off. Which one was Travis and which one was Justin?
My professors for project management or something like that, no, or maybe it was economics. Either way, it doesn't matter. He was just like, no one listens to me talk. No one gives a fuck. And so all the extra credit questions on his exams were like, what is my last name? Or what is my first name?
Oh no!
What is the name of my dog? What is the name of my wife?
Enzo Matrix has been launched off. Chunkster lost the lead at the peg spot. Dinosaur is now in the lead. And Chunkster is trying to catch up. We'll see if Dinosaur can make it to the end without getting knocked off by the peg. And you do. Congratulations, Dinosaur, on your first place finish. And you were only 20 seconds off the world record, which is pretty good. Chunkster had said, am I going to make it first? You said that.
Captain Big Guy says, I want to be a guest on Sawbones and rage about women's health. That's
That'd be
a good
awesome
point.
if you were on Sawbones. That'd be so cool. All right, here comes Sherry Sue to finish out in 6th place. The rest of us have fallen off the track at some point. One more time, congratulations to Donosaur. Go ahead and type in !merch to get the link up. Click on that, go to Robin's Kawaii Corner, and then find yourself a spooky sticker and let us know which one you want by messaging us and saying, this is the one I want. Here's where you can send it. Cherry Sue is up to 10 points on the season. In first place now, 1 past Latrea, 1 past Red Keto. Good stuff. Looks like Chunks actually has 10 as well, so they're tied for first place. Let's do some voting, get our last track going. Schmanners is a lot of fun. I've only listened to like 4 or 5 episodes, but I did enjoy it.
Schmanners.
Schmanners.
Oh, I gotta pop my back too. I just need some stretches. I haven't walked.
I can't tell if I'm sitting here daydreaming about sleep, games, or food. But either way, my back's fucking killing me, and I cannot wait to get out of this chair. So which one will I vote for? I haven't decided on a number yet.
On Teespring, I put up a couple glasses today. Glasses, like pint glasses, are their new product. So there is a couple new pint glasses up and some metal tumblers. There's the Adventure Ghosty one, the ghost sheet guy. And then there's Keep On Creeping On ones. So you guys can check those out. I just posted those today because I was like, oh, snap, new product? That's pretty fucking sweet. The only downside is I need new designs.
Teresa's Travis's wife. I just remembered. Thank you. Thank you, Brain. And by Brain, I mean I fucking Googled it. I was right about the other two, though. I don't know why I can't ever remember Travis's wife when they both start with T. I'm fucking dumb. If he does listen to our show, he's probably like tuning in right now like, what a piece of crap. I hate him. So... anyways, fun stuff. Keep voting. Right now, the factory is in the lead. I don't know what number that is.
Meow.
Ow. Captain Vega says, I really like the McElroy family podcasts, though I will say it must be tiring to be their wives.
Why?
I don't know, man. They have so many different shows, and I think they just do so much shit, especially with traveling and doing live shows. At some point, it's probably got to be... it's got to give you fatigue, you know?
It must be hard, though, when you have kids and stuff, too.
And they all have kids now. So, when you start the Adventure Zone, I don't think Griffin or Travis have kids yet. But no, Justin definitely does. So, okay, we're going to let it scroll one more time. And then I guess the factory is the one we're going to go with. I don't know what number it is, but it's going to be our choice. So, it's kind of funny because if I update the bits from today, I think we're going to be at $6, $7... $12. Did we give Lisbeth Tree the shout out for the bit donation? I don't know if we did, but Lisbeth Tree donated 500 bits as well.
Thank you so much.
Tiny Dancer Nation donated 1,000 bits. Thank you so much one more time, Tiny Dancer. Oh, these are 7 days ago. I'm dumb. I'm still giving you shout outs. Thank you so much. What I'm saying is it won't be 69.69 anymore. All right. So the factory is 26th.
The
Twisted
Monster
Toothpick
Factory.
almost caught it at 22. 26 is the winner. 52 Nix holds the Scaryish record at 1 minute and 31 seconds. The world record is 1 minute and 35. I feel like that means that we have the world record, except that this is probably on a different track, like a different version of it. Let's get in there. Let's set the world record. Let's do it. 2 world records in 2 weeks. I think we can do it. Exclamation point play. All right.
Ba, 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 ba.
Ba, 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 ba.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Lizardry says, I don't want to die this time. I say that every day I wake up. 60 seconds to get your marble. I think we had 17 or 18 last time. We only have 14 this time. What's up with that? Also, Killsman was our 15th last time and is our 15th this time. I am in. Good to see. Robin is also in. Can't yell at her. It's not her fault. Laura Ann says all the tumblers and pint glasses are super cute.
Super cute. I love them. I have to order some for myself, but we're not allowed because we have too many cups, you know?
I mean, I think we can order a mug or two, or a cup or two. Ghost Dunk has jumped in and is the 17th marble. Thank you so much, Ghost Dunk.
Aw, Latreia says a crocheting a bag for my Kiki costume. Cute.
Cool.
You only have 2 weeks. Hopefully it gets done.
Oh, man.
Captain Fake Eye and the Snark are talking about Dare shirts. Do not send them to us or give them to us because we can't fit them. I wish I could.
You don't think Dare make double XL shirts?
No, he has some from 6th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious if I put that on. All right. Here we go. One more
they
race to
meant
end
the
the night.
photos. They have photos. Oh, okay.
All right, here's what we can expect. I remember this one. It's kind of a mess, but it'll be fun. We'll see who gets down, then up, then down again, and comes out of this first. Let's just sit here and wait.
Latreia says they're almost done. The purse is almost done. Nice. Or bag. I guess it's bag. My friends dress their kids up. Gab, she's been dressing her kids up as different characters, I think, every single day.
Really?
And they're so fucking cute. Today
like
was Wednesday Addams and
Pugsley. Alice in Wonderland is the first. Well, they actually were the first person down, but they're in first place getting out. Captain Fake Eye is right behind. And then things are going to change when we get to the whack-a-mole stage here. But let's watch the elevator. People tend to fall off, like right here. They somehow fall through the wickets to hell. So we'll see if that happens. Like Sherry Sue just fell through right now. There's chat. I cannot read it because I'm too intensely watching this. That's me talking to you, Robin.
Oh. Captain Fake Eye says, I have to make a photo thingy for SpookyCon and stuff. Maybe we can make a channel in the Discord. Like, everyone to post their pictures after.
I agree. I think it's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
It looks like Alice in Wonderland is in first place and just behind the record-setting pace of 52 Nicks. So we'll see how long that lasts. Came out pretty smooth, avoided all the obstacles. That's how 52 Nicks set that world record. They just skipped over a bunch of bullshit. Robin has fallen off the track.
Well, bye.
And it looks like the rest of us have made the jump except for me, Enzo Matrix, Glitch, and a couple other people. Killsma is like way in the lead now. I think they actually took the 52 Nicks shortcut and are going to wind up winning this because they are just so far ahead. Yep, so congratulations, Killsma. Everyone else is now racing for second. Alice in Wonderland has a pretty good lead. We'll see if anyone else falls off or is destroyed by the blue wave of death. The Snarked, Liz Tree, and I are just sort of hanging out up here like, ugh, this spot's for losers. We're going to hang out in the back. All right. There's Killsma one more time. I hit one like, oh, who's like at the lead? Who's in the lead? It's still Killsma because they won. Alice in Wonderland's looking like they're going to take second place. Someone just got launched the last second. I think it was Ghost Dunk. Damn, a few people got launched. And Laura Ann. And Alice in Wonderland does get second. Chunkster gets third. Where is Latreia? Latreia got fourth. Here comes Red to get fifth. Dinosaur's trying to get sixth. And then everyone else will start trickling in. That blue wave is still pretty far back there, so I think everyone else is going to finish. And I think the top 9 will collect points.
My lips are real dry.
Are they?
Yeah. Do you have... Yeah.
I do. All right, it's just me and the Snarked at this point, taking our sweet-ass time finishing, and that is most definitely the blue wave of death making its way through the cone.
Making their way downtown.
Murdering marbles. Oh, the Snarked has been launched. We'll see if they come down in bounds.
Nope.
The answer is no, and that concludes the final race of the evening. Congratulations, Killsma, one more time. Exclamation point merch. Go to the shop, pick a sticker, let us know which one, and tell us where we can send it. So... good stuff. Thank you so much to everyone who raced. We sincerely appreciate it. It's always good times to end this. I'm not going to say the story, to end the show with marbles. It sucks that we had to wait so long to download the goddamn thing because they're so addicted to updating this fucking game. But whatever, what's done is done.
I wonder what the temperature is going to be this weekend.
I wonder what the peppermint's going to be this weekend too, Robin.
The temperature.
I think we checked it, but it should be more accurate of a, what do you call it? Prediction? No. What do you call it when you predict the weather? Forecast. Should be more accurate of a forecast now. Robin just stares at me and lets me struggle.
I didn't know the word either. I was like, oh no.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and walk us out with the outro. So thank you to everyone who listened to this 18th episode of Pastatime. It was a very good time. I enjoyed our stories. If you have a story you would like us to read, or if you have a story that you have written that you would like to send us, you can email pastatime@scaryish.com. You can also hit us up on facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. If you want to go to our website, it is scaryish.com. Click on Contact Us. If you fill out that form, you can always say hello. You can... God damn it. Why do you have to distract me?
I didn't even say anything.
You pointed at something that I clearly needed to read while I was talking. Just because you didn't say anything, it's not distracting. If I took my boob out while you were talking, it would be distracting. I think so. What was I saying? You can fill out that form. Let us know of whatever it is that you want us to read. Don't act. I don't know why you're so mad at me. You've been assaulting me all night. People have been watching you slap me for the fucking beginning. All right, I'm marking it again. We're getting out of this fucking episode. My back is fucking killing me. It's 8:30. All right. Gonna pick it up from Scaryish. Fuck you. She's trying to hold my hand now. She's doing her stupid pouty face. I can't fucking stand it. All right. You can go to scaryish.com. If you click on contact us, you can fill out that form. Either put your suggestion there or the story that you're trying to send us. That'll come directly to us. And then you can check us out on any of the social medias. Twitter is @ScarishPod and Instagram is @ScarishPodcast. We would love to hear from you. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/ScarishPodcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. At $1, you get ad-free, which, as Adam would like to say,
Ad-free is the way to be.
And
I turn into comic guru.
who the fuck is that? Oh my lord.
Nail.
Anyway, if you're not into the monthly donation type thing, you can also go to coffee, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast, and those are one-time donations. We're really thankful for all the donations you folks have sent us over the years. We couldn't be here without you.
That's very true. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for the folks that watch live. You guys are all amazing, and we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. That is everything we have for this Pastatime episode. So Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.